This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best. Batman, Rob Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt. Back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all
scripts.
right here is no mystery. Cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 264. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
I'm Jim.
Yay, we're all back.
Yay.
Jim, you look a whole lot better than Scab Jim.
Oh,
He's very scabby and bald. You're not bald because you just have a hat, so
Yes,
it
I
works
have a
out
hat.
well. So, welcome back. We're all here. Yay. Everybody have a good weekend? Good week?
well, the weekend sucked.
Why the weekend suck?
Being stranded at home all weekend long.
You don't like leaving.
Yeah, the
But I
Snowma-
like the option of leaving.
the Snowmageddon.
Yes, here in Cincinnati, we really didn't get much, but we got a
No,
lot
we
of
didn't.
ice.
We got a lot of ice and really low temperatures.
Yeah.
Low enough that Jason complained it was too cold.
I did.
The roads were ridiculously bad Saturday night from around 10:30 till about 4 a.m.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So people trying to get to and from the bar, it was a disaster.
So out here in the country, in the Bob Studios, the roads were not good until about noon or so on Sunday. They do a good job actually out here, but once you get to some of the roads, they just didn't do as well because there's not as much traffic out here.
Did you have to bunker yourself in because people started rioting and looking and foraging for food?
I said, "Follow me to freedom," and I had a torch, and people followed me. No, hell no! I closed up the moat, pulled up the drawbridge, said, "Fuck you all! You can all die." No, I mean, I went to the grocery store on Thursday like I usually do, and we had plenty of groceries.
You already had your 75-pound container of
Rice.
macaroni and cheese from Costco that never goes bad.
That's right.
With the rest of the doomsday preppers.
That is right.
Did you buy your 8 gallons of milk?
No. We actually have 3 gallons of milk because that's how much my kids go through.
Well, they are kids.
Yeah, correct.
Well, if you have no kids, why are you buying milk? You should be buying beer or hard alcohol.
I had my wife
No
and I had
offense.
lots of beer.
But Oreos don't taste that good dipped in beer.
They're actually pretty disgusting. Well, maybe if you get a good chocolate porter.
I don't like chocolate porters.
That could be thick enough. We really don't have cookies in our house except for when my parents come over and they just bring a shit ton of crap because they bring groceries to everybody.
Have you seen what Oreo has released
This
past week?
the quadruple
The
stuffed.
most stuffed Oreos. I
How
mean,
big is that?
huge.
For all our listeners,
That was good, Jim. That was good. That was we're not we don't have video yet.
For everybody out there, I did this.
Good job. Good job.
the problem is the filling is probably the least important part of the Oreo.
You think?
I do.
You like
I
the
think
chocolate?
I think it's the most disturbing part of the Oreo because that's all pure sugar. The cookie part is what I
The
think
cookie
is
part
the
is
best.
good. A little bit of frosting or icing or filling or whatever you want to call it is good, but double stuffs. Maybe as a kid I liked them, but now they're just way too much. And then a quadruple or whatever they call that is ridiculously just.
I can't
They
believe
were
Jeff
bigger-
is saying something is too sweet.
I
I did not say too sweet. I said too much.
They
can't
were,
believe Jeff said some food is too much.
Yeah.
they were bigger than moon pies.
Oh, moon pies are disgusting. The snowballs are good. The pink ones.
Moon pies are great. I love like whatever that marshmallow fluff,
Marshmallow
plastic
fluff.
in between two pieces of styrofoam. No, styrofoam in between two pieces of cardboard is what it is.
Moon pies are disgusting. Jeff, you're a big moon pie fan, weren't you? I thought
Not really.
I thought you said in a previous podcast you.
I like them.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think they're disgusting.
So how big is the Oreo? Is it triple the double stuff? Okay, thanks, Jim, for the size.
They're that big.
Is it double the? Did they say how big? Like double the size?
It's at least a double stuff.
Man, oh my God, no, it's more than that.
I'd say at least. I mean,
On a break, Jason, go ahead and look it up.
I'll look it up
Then
now.
you'll see what we're talking about, or we can fill the time while you're looking it up here on the podcast
by talking about the
by
Curse of
talking
Oak
about-
Island.
Yes, we can do that too.
Go ahead. What's going
I
on
was
with
going to
Oak
maybe
Island?
talk about the Masked Singer.
No, that's not that. No.
Who got eliminated on the Masked Singer?
This week, Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, I think it's on tonight, isn't it?
It's
Tuesday?
on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. Okay. Have you watched?
Yes.
Is it bad?
Some of the performances are okay. I mean, the best part of this past week was they brought Joel McHale on as a guest judge, and he's a lot funnier than anybody else on there.
Did you know that he's up for a Razzie, and we'll talk about the Razzies, for Happy Time Murders as a supporting actor? I did not know he was in Happy Time
Oh,
Murders.
he was in it. I haven't seen it, but he was in it.
Sorry.
No, you know the thing that disturbs me the most about the Masked Singer, is the fact that in all the previews they have all those jackass judges going, "Oh my God, oh my God, who is this? I have to know." And I'm like, you really think Terry Bradshaw can really sing that well, or Antonio Brown or whatever?
Or Tommy Chong.
I mean, aren't they all like assisted by auto-tune?
No, they're actually singing.
Oh, wait a minute, that's real music today. Sorry.
Actually, Terry Bradshaw wasn't awful this week.
Really?
I
Awful
didn't see.
enough
Did
to
he
be
sing a
eliminated.
country song? What song did he
He
sing?
did sing a country song.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All my exes live in Texas.
I think it was a Florida Georgia Line song.
I don't know any Florida Georgia Line
Yeah,
songs.
they'll kind of make sense. He's from Louisiana.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Southern
it wasn't bad, but the other people were better.
hillbilly.
Like the Lion was much better, and
The Lion
the Peacock.
Do they have
Really?
a llama?
from Besotted
No.
Geek. She's on.
And no Stork though.
Oh, no Stork. Well, obviously.
They take the good one from that couple.
Yeah,
How
really.
come every time you say stork, I always think of the big long-legged thing from Robin Hood, the cartoon?
Because that's what he was.
I know. I just picture that.
Or that's what he was disguised as,
yes.
I should say.
Sorry, that's what. Yeah.
With a baby in a diaper hanging from his beak.
And a pickle.
And a pickle.
Normally, what I think of is somebody going, "What the hell are you supposed to do? What the hell are you supposed to do, you moron?"
So I like the commercial I've seen in The Masked Singer. Like Blake has said, the judges are like, could it be? Could it be Justin Bieber? Could it be Mick Jagger? No, because they're not doing this show.
No.
They're not doing it.
I mean, their guesses are, for the most part, pretty ridiculous because they're guessing like famous people who would have no want or desire to be on the show.
Correct. Is Octomom on it?
Octomom,
That would be cool.
I do not believe
Not.
she's on.
They do have a list of everybody that's on the show.
I know.
Okay.
But that would take away from it if you know ahead of time.
Yes, because this is a very serious show.
Well,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah, and Joey Fat One's going to win.
Ooh, is Joey Fatone in
You
there?
ruined it.
Peyton Manning is one of them.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
I heard he was.
Yeah, he sings the Nationwide commercial.
They couldn't guess who it was.
He just comes on.
Is that Serrano from Major League? Nope, try again.
Yeah, he comes on in a big Pikachu costume and he says, "Nationwide is on your side." They go like, "Oh my God, it's Aaron Rodgers."
Discount double check. Because he's just doing the discount double check thing the entire time.
Aaron Rodgers would be off tune a lot, just like his throws are. Sorry. Oh, he's the best. No, he's not. Fuck
No. Have you had enough time to look up what you're looking up yet, Jason?
I completely forgot what we were looking up.
You were looking up the Oreo.
The most stuffed. It's not even spelled correctly. We're teaching all these children how to spell stuffed incorrectly.
Okay, let's
Well,
go.
they
Move on to Oak
spell- well,
Island
they
now that
spell-
Jason's looking this up.
Man, you know, I'm really upset that I'm missing a new episode of Oak Island every time I have to come here. I'm going to start staying at home. Or the first hour, I'm just going to have to watch the episode of the in the Blue Room, and then I'll join you.
You do realize
When
that
you're
the
done.
first hour of
When
Oak
it's
Island
done.
is they just rehash what they did last week, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had fun explaining this to people. I met with the other furloughed workers on Friday for a lunch at Hofbrauhaus, where he proceeded to get drunk and bitch about the government. And the funny part was we started talking about Oak Island, and I started telling them about it. And, you know, I have new converts. But, however, the funny thing is like they had the same thing with the hunting Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, basically where your 5-minute segment starts off with about a minute and a half of rehashing what you just watched before commercials of the other 5-minute segment. And the last 30 seconds of the 5-minute segment is basically previewing of what you're going to see in the next 5-minute segment, which is after the minute and a half of what they just previewed again and what you're going to see. And then you actually only see like a minute or minute and a half of new material.
Yep.
Let's see here. Hold on. Oreos.
But, however,
Okay.
they are finding some neat stuff on Oak Island. I know we talked about bobbits and all that kind of fun stuff last week. But can you imagine being the guy, you know, the 90-foot stone, which has the code that they found at 90 feet below sea level at every 10 feet increments where they had wooden logs where they think where the treasure was buried back in the 1800s or early 1800s,
1700s.
late 1700s. Can you imagine? They put that rock up there in FDR's time when he was a kid, you know, into the a bookbinder shop in the window in order to try and generate interest and revenue for people to come and look for this stuff. Can you imagine being the guy that probably you took the shop over and there's this rock in front of it and you're like, well, you know what? I could use that to beat leather and bindings on, and proceed to do that for 20 years, and people come around going, hey, where's this rock? Or 200 years later, where's this rock? You find it and it's like completely smooth because some asshole's been beating leather on it for the past 50 years.
When you need a tool and it works, you use it.
That's why Blake's on the show.
Have they used the?
So I work.
Have they used the latest laser imaging on the stone yet?
Yeah, it didn't work.
So we're not even sure that is the right stone.
However, the initials LN might actually be AL. That's what they've determined.
Al was there.
Al, yes.
It was an American League stone.
Yes. You know, they were hoping for the same breakthrough that they use that technology on the rocks at Stonehenge, but unfortunately, like everything else on this TV show, it didn't fucking work.
So the most stuff Oreo is 3 times the cream.
Of a regular Oreo or a double stuff?
Double stuff.
3 times a double stuff.
And they said
So that's 6 times the normal.
the tagline is most cream ever.
That's what she said.
That's what Ron Jeremy says. And
Peter North.
oh, good call. Those things are like ropes.
That's called a tease for the news story later. In
It is. It's a very odd news stories this week. Thanks, Blake. They said people are complaining because they can only eat 2 to 3 without being basically filled.
I thought before they got sick
Well, that's another thing.
or got diabetes type 2.
Diabetes.
There's actually a website, an Instagram, food account, the Junk Food Aisle, that posted a viral photo of a stack of what they claim were the 2 most stuffed Oreos. I guess this was getting released, people were freaking out. And it did come out, came out. And this thing it looks disgustingly bad. Like the
does.
cream in it.
It does. I mean, when you get the double stuffed, you're like at the limit of enjoying the Oreo cookie, I think.
So, here's what we need.
Okay, I'll go ahead and eat some this week.
You do that, and our job for Scott from...
Do it in the bar with a control group and an experimental group.
I'm going to take 2 and put them together.
Well, I just had my calories for the day. So here's
Next week. What are you talking about?
got my lard intake
I
for
don't
the
understand
day.
why you guys keep limiting your calories.
Hey, simmer down, Plateau. Did you gain any weight?
I haven't weighed myself in. When did the Wii U first come out? Or I'm sorry, the Wii Fit first come out?
Where we celebrated that he wasn't morbidly obese.
So it's been about 10 years.
Have you been to the doctor for a physical? I got on the Wii. Told me I'm fine.
The doctor's taken my weight, but I haven't. I don't know what it is.
He's like, nope, don't tell me.
The nurse is like, well, Mr. Now, you're up. Nope, don't want to know.
La, la, la.
No, when you first got on the Wii Fit and Mario's like, use a pig! Luigi, look at this man!
He's so fat.
He makes me look skinny.
He's a go-kart cannot go!
He's not jumping over any turtles.
I can overjump a turtle.
I don't
He
know about
is,
that.
he is in the obstacle course.
Is that a fat joke?
No, it's a plateau joke.
Okay. Okay, Jeff, since you won't weigh yourself, this is the year of the plateau. That's what we're dubbing it. I want you to, every week, since you won't weigh yourself, I just want you to feel, when you come in here on Tuesdays, do you feel like you gained weight?
From last week?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so you evened. Do you feel like you lost weight?
No.
Congratulations, this is your plateau week. You plateaued this week.
So I win.
Well-
the year's over then, huh?
Well, you know. Did you have a heart attack?
No.
Then you're good. Okay.
But he's eating 47 packs of Pez today.
And 2 packs of Double Most Stuff Oreos. This week's episode sponsored by Most Stuff Oreo. When you need a defibrillator with your snack.
Please pay us, Nabisco.
Ka-ching. Let's see here. I did get to watch, my wife and I watched the Fire documentary on Netflix this week. They have a Hulu one.
Yeah, didn't they have competing documentaries?
Yes, they were supposed to both come out Friday. Hulu said, fuck you, and they came out Tuesday last week.
What?
Burn.
Hulu did a more economic, like what it affected the actual millennials and the economic system. Netflix did a little bit more towards the actual the show itself, the Fire Festival. Basically, this douchebag Billy and Ja Rule, which I never thought I would hate Ja Rule more than I already did, and then I saw the documentary and I fucking hate that man.
Are we all right?
You know what? In the fucking show, because they had a lot of video from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm like, you motherfucker. Fuck you. You're all right. Are we all right?
They're showing Half Past Dead.
Pretty much. The show was half past dead. But basically, the Netflix one, they went through the advertising firm Fuck Jerry, which I would never hire an advertising firm that was called Fuck Jerry. But anyways,
You're doomed
Yeah,
for failure.
Why do we hate Jerry?
that was the name of it. So they actually worked with them. The Hulu one actually worked with Billy, the douchebag that got arrested, that was in charge of it all and swindled people out of money. That's not allegedly. He went to jail 6 years. But anyways, it started, basically they bought this island, in theory, in the Bahamas that was owned by Pablo Escobar. And they were going to build...
That's your first problem.
That was... Pablo Escobar was
Is
owning
this
it.
in jail or pre-jail?
I don't know. So the whole idea was that they were making a fire app, under their Fire brand. Basically, Ja Rule was trying to get them to... basically, you could book celebrities through this app, which actually was genius. I kind of like that idea. Like if you had money, or you wanted to do it for a birthday party, an expensive birthday party,
Celebrities threw out what their going rate is.
Correct.
And you book them through the app.
it's pretty smart. So they thought, let's do a party. So they got this island, and then this was in 2016, 2017, and they booked all these supposed name brand, these big names. Unfortunately, the biggest name was Blink-182. That's not a good sign. I like Blink-182.
I don't.
I'm not going to Bahamas for this. So they sold it as, they had these models basically advertise it, and basically it was for $10,000, $4,000. I think $3,000 was the cheapest. $250,000 you can get a mansion on the island to go to this thing. Well, the first mistake, real quick, was they said the guy that basically leased them the island said, do not mention this is Pablo Escobar's island. This was, because for some reason they just didn't want that known, the owners. The first video that they released was on an island owned by Pablo Escobar. And literally the next day they said, you no longer have the island. Good luck. So they had to find another one. Anyways, long story short, this guy basically was swindling people. The millennials.
What was he doing to them?
Swindling. Shut up.
Swindling?
Swindling.
I'm having a stroke. The millennials got there, and basically there was no cabanas, there was no houses, there was no yachts. It was tents that were used in the hurricane relief from years ago, and air mattresses. And then basically they had no place to go because they didn't book people out of there with the planes. So it was hilarious. Basically though, the funny thing is that this Billy guy kept getting more and more money from these investors. And there was one woman that was basically really believed in him and kept giving him millions of dollars. And this is literally 5 days before the event. Everybody knew this was not going to go off well because they had nothing, no infrastructure, nothing. And he's like, I think if you give me $3 to $4 million, I think we could get this done. And she does. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So it is a fascinating documentary. It's really well done. And it's hilarious just to see these rich people just spending, hundreds of thousands of dollars and then getting there. And the best part is everybody said, well, the first 12 hours were hell, but it was daylight. And then the night came and it just became burning tents and everything.
Rioting.
Yes. So they said it was just
Lord of the Flies in there.
And the best part is Ja Rule, who had no idea this was going to happen, even though he was on the island the whole time. And he thought Billy swindled him. The best part is they're on this conference call at the business a couple days afterwards. And he's like, we just do it again. We do it better next time. We learn from our mistakes. It's not like anybody fucking died. I don't know why everybody's making a big deal about it. Because the guy that was in charge just swindled $35 million out of people and faked it. So it's a great documentary.
Sounds like a good retirement plan. Let's start planning our fire, too.
The problem was he didn't get to a country with no extradition before it took place.
We need to do this in Venezuela.
I felt bad, though, because the people of the Bahamas, the workers there, they did about $250,000 worth of work. Like, they were working 24 hours a day. They got screwed out of money. The caterer got screwed out of money. She said she lost all of her life savings. She was making 1,000 meals a day for the workers. But then the thing is, though, people kept asking for the money, like the vendors, and he's like, it's coming. And I'm like, I think I would be, yeah, I'm done. Have a good day.
Wait, so he kept on getting these millions of dollars from these investors, and he wasn't even at least paying the daily...
No. Every vendor pretty much lost money.
So where did he hide all the money?
He was basically blowing through it with materials.
Coke?
Who knows? And he basically was, I think he had some too.
Pablo took his cut.
But the best part is, like I said, it was funny to watch like the millennials go to Lord of the Flies at the end. 12 hours of, not getting what they want. It's like they're destroying.
Oh my God, they're destroying the conch and chasing down Piggy?
Yes, they had a rock over somebody.
Did they break his glasses?
Yeah.
It is a very interesting and great, well done documentary, so I highly recommend it.
Sure.
And it makes you feel better about yourself.
What's it called?
Fire.
F-Y-R-E.
Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Hulu one is called Fire Fraud, is the Hulu one. I have not seen it. Again, like I said, if you want to hate Ja Rule more than you already do, definitely watch it.
What if you want to like him?
You're not going to watch this then. No, you know what, Jim? Go ahead and watch it. Go ahead and watch it.
If you want to like him, watch Half Past Dead.
You all right?
No. We are.
Fuck you, Ja Rule.
And Steven Seagal.
When Steven Seagal is a better actor than you, that's an issue.
Jeff's impersonation was spot on. I knew immediately who it was without him having to tell me who it was.
I'm Ja Rule.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thanks. Thank you.
He sounded like he was in the Budweiser commercials.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Frog. What? Oh, no, that wasn't a frog. That was the... Oh, God.
Wow.
That was the Bud Light. Bud.
Bud.
Wise.
Sorry.
Okay, none of us can get this right.
No, at the beginning of it, they went in different,
Bud.
and they would, and
Yeah.
then at the end, they started doing it in order. Wise, wise,
Bud.
wise.
Anyways, anybody see that Ghostbusters 3 is happening without Melissa McCarthy?
I think everyone saw that.
And without
Or Leslie
Jones.
Yeah, I saw it definitely without Leslie Jones.
Blake, please explain. What did Leslie Jones say?
That sounds like something Trump would do.
Yes. So
But
Ivan
it's-
Reitman's son is directing.
Jason Reitman.
Yeah.
And listen, to be fair, Ivan Reitman, the original Ghostbusters, with Bill Murray and
Aykroyd
Aykroyd.
and Hudson.
Yeah, which makes an awful lot of sense. And then, if that is your dad's legacy, and then you see the horrible train wreck in POS that was recently released with said actress, Leslie Jones, and you're the son of Ivan Reitman, and you said, you know what, I want to do something in my dad's footsteps and make a lot of money, by the way, because I know people will go watch it regardless.
Oh, it'll make a ton of money.
Why not?
I
Go
doubt
ahead and
it'll
do
be
it.
all
Why,
that good,
why,
though.
why is she pissed off that they're rebooting? I mean, that's what
Because
Hollywood
they thought it was
does.
a franchise.
Because that's what Hollywood does.
Because they're ignoring the Ghostbusters female remake.
who cares?
And like
She
Jeff,
does.
Didn't they ignore the original?
well, like Jeff and
They
I said,
rebooted from the original.
the women in it did nothing wrong.
No.
The actresses did nothing
No,
wrong.
no,
I
no.
agree. Well-
Kristen Wiig did up.
Okay. Nobody talks about Kristen Wiig.
Oh.
The other three did fine. The problem was the writing was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it was embarrassingly bad.
I saw about 20 minutes of the movie last week. It's the first time I've seen anything from it, and it was horrendous.
It was. I mean,
And honestly, there was very little Kristen Wiig. She did very little in the scene I saw.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, Kate McKinnon was bad.
and I like Kate McKinnon.
I won't say she was bad.
I mean, the character was awful.
Well, again, I think that goes back to the writing.
It is,
though.
yeah.
I mean, and the plot, there were not that you really need a plot. It's Ghost, but it was not good. It was not well done.
Well, when half your jokes don't land, you're in trouble for a comedy.
Hemsworth is in it though.
And he wasn't that good in it.
Nobody shot in a sink though.
No, I think that's the problem.
That's why it failed.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're going to have, what's her name on there? Molly.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy.
Molly McCarthy.
Yeah, if you're going to have her on there,
Well, she
you at
was
least
Molly
should
in
have
Mike
her
and Molly.
shitting in a sink because everybody knows that's funny.
It is funny. So they're making Ghostbusters 3. They have not officially said, though, right, that the original cast is coming back, -1.
I have no idea.
I don't think that's anything official has been released, but I think I heard Ernie Hudson tweeted out everyone's on board.
Is Egon
By
a
what he
ghost?
means by everyone, I don't know because I don't know if that means Rick Moranis,
Annie
who's
Potts,
retired.
Bill Murray.
Sigourney Weaver.
Bill Murray doesn't know if he's showing up until the day of.
Yeah, I was about
Well,
to say
Bill
you
knows
don't know
if he's showing up. The rest of the cast.
Yeah, the rest of everybody else doesn't.
They have 2 scripts.
Bill works on his own schedule.
I like it. It depends if there's a Xavier game. Oh, Louisville game now. Louisville game with his son. So that's the big thing. This is something Trump would do.
Yeah, sure.
I
think that that's in the legislation the Senate's looking at this week. He wants $5.6 billion for a wall and the money for Ghostbusters 3 reboot.
and the Democrats said,
And that's where Pelosi says, fuck no, because of Leslie Jones.
we got the wall, but we're not going to give in on Ghostbusters 3.
Wait, I got an idea. What if the government funds Ghostbusters 3 and all the profits go towards the wall?
You're still going to be $5.5 billion
Still gonna be a
short.
deficit.
That's going to be the same amount of money they get if they try and build the wall anyway.
Governmentally funded movie. I think they need.
Yui Boulder direct.
Yes.
Canada
Sorry,
does that.
Jason Reitman, you're out.
Yui Bowl.
Well, he got government German money to make his movie.
Unfortunately, one of the Ghostbusters is now Clint Howard, is the one star.
We'll give Reitman a writing credit.
Canada does that too. They fund all the films up there.
All of them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah.
No wonder I can't think
Every
of...
single film.
No wonder I
Canada
can't think
has
of
been
one
funded by the
successful
government.
Canadian film.
There was one with Joshua Jackson that he drove across the state or the country in a on a motorcycle because he was diagnosed with cancer. That was good.
No.
Yeah, that's the best movie Canada ever produced.
I really
No.
liked it. That was about it.
That's something Canadian of the Year can do, is come up with the best Canadian-made movies.
Scott, you're on it. Scott actually had a question for us. He said, before we get to listener feedback, he goes, who on the panel has the biggest comic collection, if at all? It's between me, you, and Jeff.
I have like 13.
Oh, you beat me.
I think I gave them to
I
Jeff.
might for the main reason of A, you stopped before me.
Yeah.
And B, you took a big time out there. When I started in 91, I went through to about 2015 or something.
Do you have over
so-
2,000?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have over 3?
I would think so, but I haven't counted
I
them.
think I'm in my well, I have them cataloged in the online.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
I think I'm around 2,400.
I wish I had time for that.
Oh, trust. It was before I had kids. And then I just added them when I started buying them. You know, it was easy. It literally took me a whole week at night just to do it.
Yeah, because you don't have any time with work now.
I have no time.
Let's just say, for the most part, when you start buying them from the early 90s, nothing you have is worth money to
No.
keep track of.
No.
I mean, maybe some of those early Spawn issues, and
I have an insurance endorsement on them.
yeah.
If anybody wants to steal them. No.
Please. My address is...
Sir, how did they get out of your house? You have like 20 boxes. Uh-huh.
They were strong.
And a moat. The drawbridge was apparently up.
I saw pictures of your son helping. No. I know what that is.
We have this post here on Facebook at the Bob Studios of an open door
I don't know what happened.
to your storage facility.
Blake, how is your vacation going?
It's not a vacation.
Sure it is.
It's
How's your vacation?
it's a disruption in my normal life.
How, since you're no
I wish
longer...
I could have a disruption.
Since you're
in
no
my
longer
normal life.
sucking off the teat of the government, how's it going?
Hey, I don't suck off the teat. I work that teat.
Oh, so
wanna-
you're like
there's a-
Luke
there's
in
a difference.
Luke in The Last Jedi with that seal thing.
No,
You're milking that. How's your blue milk going?
no. I have seen a couple of movies.
Oh, what'd you see?
One of them is not Avengers
Infinity War?
Infinity War.
Still have yet to see that.
It's on my list.
At this point, wait until
Yeah.
you're about to go see Endgame before you bother watching, because
There you go.
now you just get it back to back, and you don't have to sit through a year or two of us
True.
going, "Oh, come on, man!
True. Now,
Spider Man's not really dead, man."
I do have plans to go see.
Black Panther?
No.
That's out already.
Yeah, I'll get around to that.
You mean
No.
Oscar-nominated Black
Oscar
Panther.
nominated, yes.
There was a thing on Facebook, an article, and it was from Variety or something like that. They're like, "What's the chance of can Black Panther win Best Picture?" No. Okay, there's your article. That's all we have to do.
No.
They're not going to let a comic book movie
No.
win. No matter how socially whatever progressive.
It's a good
is.
film. Anyways, go
well,
ahead.
if it was not superheroes but socially progressive, they'd have a chance. But no. So, anyways, I do have plans to see Glass.
Oh, okay.
Now, I have seen Unbreakable.
Have you seen Split?
I just saw Split.
Did you
And
like it?
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Did you
'Cause
like
it
it?
made me think about M. Night Shyamalan.
Without spoilers,
based upon our jokes last week.
please
Yes.
explain how Split was.
Oh, who hasn't seen it yet?
Me.
But I know how it ends, so
Man.
it's fine.
All right, let me just say this. All right, it made me sit there and think about M. Night Shyamalan. I know we've made a lot of fun of him, with some of his other
The world
movies.
has.
And the entire world. But he is hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he hits it, people like him, right? Like,
Yes.
they like The Sixth Sense.
That was
Happening.
And well, not the that's a miss.
Oh.
Sorry.
What?
Well,
What?
maybe for you it was a hit. But
They tend to like The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and Signs tend to be the ones that
and
they'll mention.
Signs.
For,
And I actually like The Village. I thought it
I
may
like
have
The
been-
Village.
I like The Village. I always when I was watching it, spoiler alert for people who haven't seen The Village yet, I really thought it was a 1700s village out in the woods, and I just thought, well, there's some kind of supernatural thing out there that kept him there. And I was like, oh no, it's not. Surprise!
The village was great, except for when they just forgot to write. Oh, that's the shed you shan't go near.
Yeah,
That's the name of it.
that's
Wait, so no kid even goes near? No, because it's titled "The Shed You Shan't Go Near."
Well,
Jim, that's the Oreo you can't
all
eat.
right. Now there.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
Now, sometime now in Split, there is a plot hole. Oh gosh, I want to talk about it. When we were shit, there is a plot hole that I sit there and go, listen. All right, let me just say this: if you're ever captive, and there's a bathroom, and there's a mirror in there, break the motherfucking mirror, make it into daggers, and stab the shit out of your captor. Okay, that's all you gotta fucking do. Okay, I saw that. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, hello? Hello? I started raising my hand, although it was only me and the old lady in there. I'm like, hey, excuse me. Hello, I'm captive.
She still
There's
wouldn't
a
call on
mirror. Break the mirror, make a dagger, make many daggers. Shit.
make Wolverine claw.
Make Wolverine claws, exactly. Of course, it may hurt.
Snick.
It may hurt when you shove them down in between your knuckles.
But yeah, if it helps you get out.
But if you have a belt, you can wrap them around your knuckles and keep
Yeah,
them there.
there you go.
Good. All right. But let me just say this. McAvoy, I liked his performance. I thought it was really good.
Okay.
When the movie starts, there's 3 girls. The girl played by Ann Taylor-Joy did a great job.
I don't know who she is, but sure.
That's good until you watch it. The movie starts out. You think the movie is going to be about the pretty girl cheerleader.
Okay.
Turns out, no. There's a parallel story to the main story, which is I actually thought was pretty good. And M. Night and his hit or misses, I thought he hit it with Split. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I thought McAvoy did a really good job between the character. Shit.
Well, I know that
characters.
spoiler. I mean, it's
Oh,
pretty
Everybody
tough
knows he has
all right.
39 split personalities.
Yeah.
23.
23?
And-
I
What?
don't know what number. Just
What? The funny part was,
Sorry, Jim.
I'm watching the movie, and the psychotherapist lady, who's played by Betty Buckley.
Betty Buckley.
I sit
From
there.
8 is Enough.
Yeah,
Betty White?
I sat there and I kept looking at her, going, "I've seen her before. What is she in? I know her." I told her
Broadway.
the old
You
lady,
saw
I'm
her on
like,
Broadway.
I'm like, you know who that is, don't you? She's like, I have no fucking clue. I'm like, no, And then I had to go look it up. I was like, oh, the reason she looks familiar because M. Night uses her in all his movies.
Not from 8 is Enough? You didn't recognize
No.
her from that? Oh.
Oh, that's her?
That's the stepmom in 8 is
you
Enough.
sure?
Betty Buckley, unless it's...
Wow. You know what? I
Wanna
thought it
find
was
that out?
Mrs. Partridge.
No, that's Shirley
That's Shirley
Jones.
Jones.
Oh, because of the hair. No, anyway, I'm joking. No, but no, that's pretty good. I'll have to fact check that.
Unless I'm wrong, unless I misunderstood who you...
But needless to say, as much as we like to make fun of M. Night, and I do myself, I thought Split was pretty good. Pretty decent. I liked it.
Yeah. I'm hoping Split's good, and I'm hoping Glass is good, and then he can shift the balance to not having a terrible name in the industry. But
Yeah. But the funny part was, I knew Split was, one of the surprises about Split is that it was a sequel to Unbreakable,
yeah,
or tied into.
yeah.
And I sat there waiting for the entire movie. I'm like, where's the tie-in? Where's the tie-in? Where's the tie-in? And I'm like, well, maybe Bruce Willis is going to be there, and he's the security guard. No. And then until the credits and everything starts rolling, you're like, oh, shit. Yeah, I don't want to give
There's
it.
an after credit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is a during credit scene.
During credit,
actually.
oh.
Yeah, and that's where it ties it
And
all
that's
together.
where- yeah.
That's where I was kind of disappointed because, I was like, it would be nice if it was.
It's just Bruce Willis
Well, I
walking.
think
Yeah.
when it was released in theaters and when you know about it, it's kind of like I thought there was going to be more of a tie-in. But when you
Yeah.
just watch it, you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's pretty cool, I
It's
think.
already been spoiled to us and anyone listening to this because we spoiled it if you didn't know.
What?
Almost. Almost.
Did you just do Mark Wahlberg in The Happening? What?
What's happening?
Oh, I also saw Justice League.
Oh, did you?
You're
Yes.
one up on us on that.
Yeah. Well,
Not
what?
all of us.
I actually, I went into it with a lot of skepticism,
Mm-hmm.
but actually, the character and the Flash's role in the
Yeah.
Justice League, I found it to be
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, I found it to actually be very entertaining and enjoyable, and would like to see more of the Flash.
Well, you're going to get it in 2020.
Good.
or 21.
Ezra Miller?
Or 22.
Is
3.
Ezra Miller going to be playing
Yeah.
the Flash? So what you're saying is it can't come fast enough.
Ba-dum-bum.
Like Ron Jeremy.
What did you think of Batman in Justice League?
No.
You didn't like him?
No.
That might be the best review ever. What do you think of Batman? No.
No.
No, he was in it. No.
No.
No. Every time he showed up, he
Cyborg?
just blocked him out on the thing.
Cyborg, he was okay.
Wonder Woman?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
He wasn't in it an awful lot, but I can see how they build up for his main movie coming.
he
He was
beat-
okay.
Superman?
Superman's dead.
Well, actually,
I saw the Dirt movie.
I know.
yeah.
Superman
At the
is
end-
dead.
At the end, with Amy Adams and all that kind of stuff, you're like, yeah, that's going to happen. That was kind of predictable.
How was Steppenwolf? Was the band better?
I
heard he was
there was
awful
no
looking.
magic carpet ride.
I'd rather have a magic carpet ride than that villain. Oh my god!
I actually didn't mind Ben Affleck as Batman in that
Actually,
movie.
to tell you the truth,
I did- well,
his
that's-
performance was better than in Batman v Superman.
Yes.
And it actually, there was actually some kind of dark humor in it that kind of goes with it because, when he comes back, he's like, I know he wanted to kill me. Oh, shit.
All right. Hot take here.
Hot take.
Jason's impersonation of Batman is better than Ben Affleck's Batman.
Tell me what she is. Oh, sorry, I'm Batman.
Tell me what she is. Why did you say Mary?
Not Mary, Martha.
Oh, Martha.
Oh, they were sisters in the Bible. Close enough.
Ah, shit. Sorry.
Actually, it would be funny. Why did you say Martha? Actually, I said Mary. Oh, never mind. Ah! Take the kryptonite.
Is that in the script? No, just let him go.
Go with it. Go with it. Keep rolling the film.
Germans?
Keep rolling the film.
He's on a roll.
Keep rolling.
Blake, that's a very nice segue.
Yes.
You know why? Because our
Why?
Twitter poll of the week is, what is the best DCU film? So you can find us on Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast. Or you can find us on Facebook at The History of Bad Ideas. You can email us at hobiepod@gmail.com. I just checked this week. We're good. We're up to date. And
All of 1,332 unread emails.
Yeah, but they were all spam.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we got a lot of emails about pills to enlarge your penis. So I don't know. So I signed Hobie all up for one. It's a free sample.
Does that mean we just have one big penis for the whole podcast?
We do. It's a floppy. And we got a flop. We got to figure out who we're sending that to.
The Canadian of the Year.
I don't know if I can go through customs again with that. Fuck it, I will. The 18-year-old at the UPS store. What's in here? A trophy. That's what I said.
Well, it was.
It was a trophy. So anyways.
It was the trophy.
It was. You can find us on nerdly.co.uk. G'day, governor.
Hello, cheeky monkey.
Wanker.
Cheeky cunt. Anyways, my Black Lightning review will be up tomorrow. Shut it, Jim. Shut it. Shut it. Shut it.
So bad.
Shut it. I liked it. Anyways, that will be on. We're also on Tangent Bound Network. Tangent. Danger Entertainment Network.
Danger.
They got a whole slew of new podcasts and new websites, so take a look at them. It's nice to see. And we're also on WeBeGeeksPC.com. Every Wednesday it comes out.
Yay.
iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. Pretty much if you're listening to us,
Pretty
you
much.
know what.
Yeah, you know where to find us if you're listening to us. As I like to say, any good podcast app you can get us on.
And
If you can't get us on it, it's not a good podcast.
that's
app.
your iTunes Radio, I think. TuneIn Radio. Anyways, also, if you can do us a favor, you can like us on our Facebook page. That's great. History of Bad Ideas. But the big thing is to give us some reviews. We would much appreciate it. And spread the word. So we appreciate that. We've been doing this for 5 years.
Even if you want to say we suck and give us a 1-star review, that'd be at least
2.5.
two. They can't give halves.
2. 3. 3. Move up. Round up from 1 to 3. And but yeah, if you can like us, our Facebook page, we got lots of good pop culture news every day. And it's a good little site. So best DCU film, we had Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Justice League, and Man of Steel. Jeff, what did you vote for out of them?
I voted for Wonder Woman.
Jim?
I think with the 7%.
Okay. Blake, what did you vote for?
I don't have a Twitter account, but if I did, I would have voted for Wonder Woman's bum.
Okay. In last place, Jim's pick, 7%, Justice League.
Yes.
That's only because Batman v Superman was not on the poll.
It was
You
not
only
on the
have
poll.
4. Otherwise, that would have finished below.
We're limited by technology, people.
Man of Steel came in third with 14%. And the people that like Man of Steel, there's not many, but the people that do, really do. They are adamant about it.
They're probably Earpers.
Ugh. They're the worst. Except for Nikki. You're awesome. And winning 61% to 18%. It was a close one. Wonder Woman beat Aquaman. Jeff, would you pick Wonder Woman above Aquaman?
I did when I voted. So, yes.
Yeah, I would have picked Wonder Woman. I'm not allowed to vote because I made the poll. But Wonder Woman gets it. I don't think that's much of a choice. Aquaman, I get a lot of meh. It was okay. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was better than okay.
I liked the villains in it. I liked it.
Ocean Master.
I like Ocean Master. So there is your DC.
What about Manta Ray?
Black Manta?
I mean, Black Manta.
Don't mock Black Manta. Of course, if you blink, you'll miss him.
No, you won't. He was in it way too much.
But he was chasing them through a village in Italy.
Yeah, that's the
The
exact
worst
thing
scene in the movie.
That's exactly what I want to see in my underwater action movie is fighting in an Italian villa.
Oh, my God. It wasn't in Venice?
No.
I mean, if there's one city you're going to film in Italy, it's got to be Venice because of the water.
You're giving DCU way too much credit.
That would have been better. But they wanted that down there, like lower on the Mediterranean and the nice.
Hey, Jim, you know Mera and Aquaman can swim really fast? They should probably take a boat.
Yeah, let's get in a boat. And
Because the boat goes slower? It's not like they were in a hurry. Oh.
they needed a reason for them to get the flares.
How has rising water levels affected their ability to be superheroes?
Well, there is a funny...
Should have went up.
It was
Because according to Ocasio-Cortez, I mean, they're in trouble.
Well, here's the best.
Aquaman's in trouble because of the
that's-
rising waters?
That's what she said.
Oh, and-
but
Wow.
don't fact check her.
I think with these rising waters, I don't think that dam is going to hold up along Oak Island.
Oh, shit. You know, that's going to be tragic. That'll be the second time weather has ruined the opportunity to find treasure there.
The other times it's just common sense. The best part is Blake,
There's something there, damn it.
the bad guy, the villain in
Yes.
Aquaman. He
He's
was
not
mad at the
guy
world.
causing global warming because you think they would be for that.
Well, no, here's the
There'd be
best
more
part.
water,
So they got
right?
mad at the humans, and I thought this was funny. He took all the pollution in the ocean and just threw it back onto the beach everywhere around the world. I thought
the
that was kind of
plastic?
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
All
know
the
that-
six-pack rings, they were
Oh
all
my
thrown
God.
up.
But it was just funny seeing all the pollution. I was like, that's kind of funny. I like that. Here,
We
you
deserve
take it. You take
Actually,
it.
we deserve that.
We do.
100% deserved it.
I mean,
we
why
do.
aren't they calling him a hero?
Well,
Because he just cleaned the oceans.
he did. He did. And my question is, if he could have done this years, like any time, why wasn't he slowly doing this anyways, like on a deserted island somewhere?
Deserted island? No. Manhattan Island.
Well, that too. Manhattan's
All
trash
in
already.
New York and L.A.
Would you miss it?
No.
Okay. Let's do some listener feedback. Blake?
This week's bomb listener feedback is sponsored by Returning Hate for Hate multiplies hate, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Thank you, Martin Luther King. All right.
Those are
so,
some found words.
thank you. I don't think MLK.
Yes.
From Doug,
Number one fan.
formerly known as
Number 7?
Ape
Ape
hands.
It's not formally known as number
I thought
7.
he was 6 now. I forget.
Yeah, so Doug says Keanu Reeves and Dolly Parton met each other and posted a photo of themselves on Twitter. ... Is this the greatest collection of talent ever?
Outside of Hobie.
Outside of the Hobie Roundtable.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm going to say no because Dolly Parton is a no-talent hack.
So Jason's
Jason has
argument is null and void.
He has a really punchable face right now.
I'm going to say
Teller
no.
face.
She
I'm
got
going
to sleep in if she's working 9 to 5.
I'm going to say no because Keanu Reeves is a no talent hack.
Whoa.
Hot take.
Ooh.
The fuck is going on with you in Hot Take?
If they had Bill, maybe from Bill and Ted with Dolly Parton, then yes.
Alex Winter?
Yes.
I think you should fuse hot takes with hot cakes.
Hot cakes.
Double hotcakes.
Yeah. Yes? Are we in agreement?
No.
No.
They're in agreement, but for different reasons.
Okay. All right. Hey, this one is from 2Dude Review 2 at dudereview.com. 2Dude Review 2. That implies that there's two dudes making reviews, and this is from 2Dude Review 2, which means we haven't heard yet from 2Dude Review 1.
Yes.
Dizzying.
He says, stand by, he gets dizzier. He says, what musical do you think has produced the most hits? West Side Story is laden with hits.
So this is, I was talking to him on this one. He put this out for his podcast.
2 or 1?
2.
Okay.
Who does number 2 walk for?
Who's number 1?
Anyways.
Okay.
So we were talking about musicals, and he was saying, what music, this is the question, of a mainstream music.
Sound of Music.
Do you think that has
Because I can sing those songs. Everybody knows that doe, a deer,
a female deer?
I can't even remember singing a West Side Story other than going, Maria, Maria. And that's the only words I know.
Team America actually was up there.
Oh, yeah. America.
Someone else said South Park. I don't think that's as mainstream, though. That's the issue.
Yeah, they weren't hits as in played on the radio. Have you ever met my friend Kyle's mom? She's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's the biggest bitch. If there was a bitch, she's a bitch too. All the boys and girls. On Monday, she's a bitch. On Tuesday, she's a bitch. On Wednesday through Saturday, she's a bitch. Then on Sunday, just to be different, she's a super king Kamehameha biatch.
All right, here we go. Sailing.
Oh, no, that's the wrong song. It's Come Sail Away, not Sailing.
Come sail away.
I'm sailing away.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Set up course for the emergency. Some happy, some sad. Little childhood dream. I'm bored. I'm a captain, so climb aboard.
All right, so the answer is South Park.
The other question I had was,
Jason.
We
doesn't
didn't
want to
even
comment.
get to Grease.
Oh,
go Grease Lightning, go Grease.
yeah.
Or Grease, too.
No.
Well, I can't sing any of those songs.
My question is that Moulin Rouge did have some of the biggest hits.
But they took hits that were already made.
I'll give you
don't
that.
count.
That was an exception, but we were talking about that one. Rent.
So they have to be originals.
I'm saying they have to be the originals written for
Okay.
them.
Rent is up there, I think.
AIDS.
I mean, if that
wait,
case,
that's the
I
wrong
mean, if
movie.
it's not originals, I'd
Everyone
say
says
Rock of
AIDS.
Ages has the best.
Well, okay, I'll
hits.
give you that. Okay, so originals. I think Rent could be up there. I think.
I don't know if Rent songs travel to people who haven't seen.
Well, we'll see when it comes out next Sunday.
Yes.
Is this Sunday, right? Yeah, the same day as the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
125,600
minutes. I love that movie. I think I am DVRing because I really do like it. I'm kicking myself for not seeing it when it came to Cincinnati this past December.
I'm not.
I'm not
I'm not
either.
kicking you at all.
Neither.
If it was Jesus Christ Superstar, I'd be kicking you for not going to
Oh,
see
wait
it.
a minute. What about the Muppet movie? Ooh. Yeah.
2 songs.
I had that album as a kid, and I could sing those songs.
Could you sing it now?
I've never seen the sun
we'll
come up in
find
the...
it.
Moving right along.
The Rainbow Connection.
Yeah, a rainbow connection, man.
The
lovers,
lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Oh, man. 2Dude Review 2.
You rock, two dudes. What else we got?
Keep giving us some musical questions so we can sing some more into
Yes.
these
Yes.
new fantastic microphones.
I feel good now.
Moving right along.
From Canadian of the Year, Scott. Scott, you're late. Regarding last week's top 5.
That's what she said.
Too late. From the Cinema Guys. If Fiona the Hippo was a superhero, would she be in the MCU or DCU? Inquiring minds want to know.
Did you
what
really
you
just
did there.
skip Scott?
Yeah,
He's our Canadian of the Year.
He said too late.
Too late.
Okay.
Well,
That's a hard lesson to learn, Scott, because you got the manual for Canadian of the Year, and if you're not reading and paying attention, you're done. We don't want Pezgate again. Fucking besot it. Fucking stork.
Yeah. So cinema guys.
Yes.
Fiona, Hippo, MCU, DCU.
I'd say MCU because the DCU has Harambe.
You know, this reminds me of a...
That's Gorilla Grodd.
Are they going to bring him back to life?
You know, this actually reminded me. This past week, I saw a meme in regards to Harambe's anniversary of death or whatever. It says, "Harambe, you know, reminding us why we need to build walls." So wrong.
So anyway, Fiona would be in the MCU because she is beloved.
Is she okay, so she's a good guy.
She's much beloved.
She's superhero. Who's her villain?
I don't know.
I'm just asking.
The walruses?
The walrus. Okay.
I don't know. You've been to the zoo. You tell me who's around to.
Probably one of those red panda babies.
Oh yeah, those things are evil.
They're so cute.
I know. I want one.
They will kill you with adorableness.
Hey Jim, look under your chair. Look what you got.
Oh, there's nothing there.
Jeff, look under your chair. You get a red panda, and you get a red panda, and you get a... Not you, Blake.
It's gnawing on my face.
My toes are gone.
Oh, you lost weight.
I can eat more.
You're really straight sucking on the plateau. You need your gain.
Oh, he ate the red panda.
Is that a tail sticking out of your mouth?
It reminded me of Homer Simpson butting the head off the live chicken. But like Bart had the head in his mouth, Homer had the entire body, and just the head sticking out.
Bit the head off by eating
He
the.
put the entire. Well, they actually interrupted him before they actually finished it. So like, whoop.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
Thanks, Brad.
Hey, we go to Besotted Geek. Besotted Geek drunkenly says, watching She-Ra on the Princes of Power. Yeah, he was drinking when he was watching that, wasn't he?
The new one's awesome.
Wait, you mean there's princesses of power?
Yeah.
As in multiple?
Yes.
As in, So She-Ra's not the princess of
She's
power.
the main one, but yes, there's other princesses.
So this sounds more like a strawberry shortcake remit.
I will say it is
redo.
it is kind of like they have other realms than that in the thing. It's really well done. I really enjoy it.
Sure.
It is. I
But
enjoy it.
anyway, Stork says
My daughter loves it.
Anyways, yes, Besotted Geek says, not too shabby. Said, what cartoon from your childhood would you like to see remade today?
might as well be strawberry shortcake.
What was her horse? Didn't she have a horse?
I think that was Rainbow Bright you're thinking of.
Oh, I am thinking of that. Sorry, my bad. So I'll do Rainbow
Strawberry
Bright.
shortcake, blueberry muffin, honey pie.
Lemon meringue or something.
I'm remaking the gummy
I know
bears.
those because my sister had those.
Me too.
Gummy berry juice.
So which one you doing, Jim?
I just kind of want. What? How does the gummy bears theme song go?
Gummy bears, living on down the
Gummy
street.
bear does.
Gummy
No.
bears, are you tasty? Yes, you are. Gummy bears.
Eat me. No, that wasn't it.
I forgot how the Gummy Bear theme song went.
Oh, sorry. It was gummy bears, living down the street. Are they tasty? I don't know. Yes, we are. Eat me. I just sang it twice.
I forgot how it went.
Gummy bears, are they tasty? Living down the street. Ooh, eat me.
It's different every time. That was the third verse.
That was the third season.
They just shortened it because they can extend the length of the show then, or add more commercials.
They really got into white supremacy the third season, so they wanted to do a political message the rest of it.
Now, hold on a second. Wasn't they originally based on a German version?
Yes, they
of that
were.
Show?
Haribo.
How'd that song go?
Gummy bears! I am gummy bears! Am I tasty? I don't know. Try the showers. Gummy
Why
bears.
do you always go to showers whenever Germany comes up?
I don't know. Maybe they've had a history.
But it's one they don't want to like celebrate. You
Hey,
keep
I'm not
from there.
celebrating.
That's where he goes when he wants to get engaged.
I like Germany. Wait a minute. I get it now. may not have happened. Anyway, moving on.
Moving right along.
Well, I have 3 cartoons I'd like to see.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can we just go on?
No.
Hey, Blake, too late. Moving on.
I could do the
corrections.
Dungeons and Dragons one. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
know
If they
that.
did it more of a adulty version,
Yes.
yeah.
They have. It's called porn.
No,
Well, not
no.
that.
Yeah,
a little bit less adulty than that.
Dungeons and Dragons Slayers.
Or Star
Dungeons and
Blazers.
Drag Queen.
I could do that again.
I'm sorry, what was those?
Star Blazers.
Our Star Blazer.
Or I was thinking for you guys, G.I. Joe, where people die because war's fucking hell.
G.I. Joe.
Not everybody
We
gets
only
out.
kill robots.
That's right. Not everybody gets out with a parachute, damn it.
I would like to see G.I. Joe. And I was thinking, like, not like the Tom and Friends, but like Tom and Jerry from, like,
The old time.
yeah.
See, I like Spike. Was that Spike?
The dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like Spike.
Isn't Tom and
I like
Jerry
Nibbles.
kind of under
Jerry's
the
nephew.
No.
can't really watch and enjoy it anymore because there were some ethnic stereotypes
Oh, hell yes.
with the maid?
Thomas!
Great, Jim. Now we're going to get protested on.
We have a moat.
Gummy bears, living down the street.
I say Thomas. He talks about the showers every episode.
This is the American version. Living down the street. Are we tasty? I don't know. Eat me.
Yum. Moving right along.
Corrections. I mean, we can only go to corrections from here, from Doug. Doug says, Jim, per Dr. Pritchard, behind-the-scenes agent writer for Wii at the time.
That's
Vince,
Wowie.
Wowie. Vince only blew out one quad on the way to the ring. He walked back with it, and as he was walking around in the back, he blew another.
Okay, my bad. He still blew him out in the same night.
That's pretty. I think it's actually funnier that he blew the second one out.
So do I.
Are you okay? You're on fire. Oh!
Doug, thanks for the correction. I really appreciate it.
Royal Rumble is this weekend. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Sure.
Seth Rollins got it.
We also have, we can't have a correction segment without Dev. He says, regarding Choose Your Own Adventure and Black Mirror.
We were talking about them being sued last week.
Yes, yet again, Big Dev, the sign correction guy, must correct Jason. He's referring to himself in the third person. ChooseCo, company behind Choose Your Own Adventure, is suing Netflix over copyright infringement. Netflix was in talks with ChooseCo for the use of calling Bandersnatch a Choose Your Own Adventure show.
Apparently, they went ahead and used a Choose Your Own Adventure in their advertising for it.
Oh, did they?
I think he went on to elaborate that in the
Yeah.
Okay.
next post.
What they should have said, what they should have called it was Bandersnatch, Pick Your Own Story show.
Yes.
Pick your own story.
Well, you can't use Choose Your Own Adventure. so
I
it's
get
Pick
it,
Your
Blake.
Own
I get it.
Story.
Pick
I get it.
our, because you can hit your.
Oh, yeah, pick our. Yeah.
Pick our story.
Next one we have. Oh, yeah.
Sample.
I'd like to try your sample all over my face.
Why do you ruin such a good moment? You always ruin the songs. You know that.
Sample. On my back.
How has his wife ever gotten romantic with him?
Yeah.
I don't think people heard that, Jim.
How did his wife ever get romantic with him?
How can you not?
Hey, let's talk dirty all over my back.
Or on my thigh. Or my knee.
I'm sorry, Jason. I just lost interest. I'm leaving now.
Oh, not.
I think we need to give him some time to himself.
Done.
I think we need to ask his wife why he has this pent up condition.
Don't worry about it. Jeez.
You know what you can do with that pent up condition?
Saying gummy bears,
No,
gummy
I'm
bears.
teasing the news story that's coming up again.
It might help my back.
Yes. Anyways, this is from Nick Albright. Jeff, husband of the Son of our Lord. If you were to have someone coaching you, would you want Sean McVay to be
so
that
young.
coach? What goals would you have? Would you give such a coach? Hashtag more wine, less resurrections.
Less erections?
Resurrection.
Oh,
Resurrections.
I wouldn't have a problem with Sean McVay as my coach. I would rather pick Chris Pratt if I got to choose.
Where would you do him? Everywhere.
What goals
So
would
that's
you
your
give?
wife.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
What goals would you give?
I would say make it so I win.
Make it so, number one.
Because winning is why you play the game. Yeah,
I think the obvious choice of a coach is Coach Eric Taylor.
you would think that.
He's the best coach in anything.
I don't know. I'm gonna take Andy Dwyer coaching the kids basketball league in that one episode of Parks and Recreation.
I miss Parks and Rec. We do have a question, speaking of football, from Randall Holt. What is your opinion on overtime, and what would you do to change it if you wanted to? First off, I wouldn't have the Patriots win. That would be the rule.
The rule is the Patriots cannot win in overtime. I
Correct.
like it.
Correct. I really have no desire to see the Patriots in another Super Bowl, but we're getting it.
Too bad.
But they've earned it.
They have earned it.
The four teams that played this past weekend were the best teams in the NFL.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm fine with that, but I still don't like them.
Yeah. You know, the thing that I found very entertaining Sunday, other than the fact that both my picks for my Survivor League went against me in the final minutes of both of those games. So
Did you survive?
No, I lost $250.
Huh.
Because
Well, you never earned it.
because
You
of
never
this.
had it, so you didn't lose it. You just
Yeah,
didn't win
I
it.
only picked for 18 straight weeks correctly. But anyways,
But you needed to pick for 19.
yeah, exactly. But you know, the sad part is well, actually, not the sad part. I would find this the most entertaining part of it is that all the the news and the talk about the games and how they're played and how they're lost. And you know what? It really doesn't surprise me. You know why it doesn't surprise me? Because both these games went in the most Brownsiest of Browns ways. And I have been witness to this every year for the past 20 plus years now, several times a year. I mean, not even just once a year. I mean, we're talking about several times a year. Yeah. And, Dr. Bednar could probably go through his memorized catalog of such. But let's think about the Saints for a second. The blown referee call at the end.
Yeah, the
Been
no
there,
call.
done that. That happens to the Browns at least 3 times a year where we lose games like that.
I will say, Blake, when everybody started complaining, I went, the Saints have nothing to complain about. They're not the
Exactly.
Browns.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, when you get as many calls go against you as the Browns do, then you can start
That's
complaining.
right. So me sitting there unfazed, that's the way it goes.
You know what will-
Chiefs.
But now
time
they're
out time.
they're
Yeah.
talking about changing the rules because this went against
Well,
a
there should
popular
be.
team.
They're going
I
to talk
agree.
about it, but it won't come close to passing.
You know what probably would have helped them if Drew Brees didn't throw an interception.
Yeah.
At the end, you're right. Basically, that's true. I
So
do agree.
is
with
it more-
with that? Yeah.
egregious when it's a blown call in the last 2 minutes of the game than if it's like a blown call in the first quarter?
Well, it went exactly the way it would have if the Browns were playing it. You get a blown call like that at the end, would have won you the game, essentially. And actually, when I was sitting there, I saw it, and I'm like, where's the flag? Here it comes. I'm like, holy shit, are you kidding me?
I'm gonna say-
I even called the helmet-to-helmet contact at the point in time when it happened, too. I'm like, that was helmet-to-helmet, too. And then,
I didn't know
it
there
was
was any
horrible.
helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, holy shit. He actually should have been called twice. That should have been his second helmet-to-helmet hit in that game, by the way. But anyways, that wasn't the Brownsiest of Browns way. It was the beginning of the Brownsiest of Browns way. The next Brownsiest of Browns way was Sean Payton fucking up and calling pass plays to give the other team time
Yeah.
to get the ball back. And then in overtime, the most Brownsiest of Browns ways to lose, Drew Brees going backwards, throws the ball up in the air, and the defender, who falls down on his back, catches the ball when he's laying on the ground.
Well, he did call fair catch.
No,
Well,
he
what-
actually shoved the receiver out of his way, but it's allowed because the ball was tipped.
Correct. As soon as that ball's tipped,
No,
it's
you're
fair.
talking
Well, no.
about the penalty.
No.
That's the penalty they're
No.
talking about.
No.
No,
Oh,
on
no,
the
On
the
Brees is
receiver-
falling back. Fowler tips the ball, and
Yeah.
the linebacker sees it and pretty much shoves the receiver
Well,
and falls down and catches it on his back.
the
No,
receiver
the line,
pushed him, though,
the
too.
receiver pushed
The
him.
receiver pushed him to the ground. and
The
he
receiver
catches
didn't see the ball.
The receiver was looking to get a penalty called against the linebacker.
Yeah, but
for
he's the
pass
one.
interference.
But he's the one.
Yes.
If there was a pass interference call, it would have been against the
Oh,
receiver.
no, but the,
Yes.
the linebacker was like he was kind of pushing him too. He
Well,
was,
the
he was
linebacker
fighting to
saw
get
where
away.
the ball was going.
Yeah, he was fighting.
He
to
was
get
trying
away.
to get to the spot where the ball was coming, which is why when he
Yes.
fell down, he caught the ball.
Yeah.
because he got in the right spot.
Yes, and I was not surprised because as a Browns fan, I've seen that.
What about the Chiefs? What about
It's
the
even
Chiefs?
better.
Please
It's even
explain.
better. That game should have ended on the third interception, and everybody will be talking about how Tom Brady sucks. Instead, a guy does the stupidest of stupid
Far
things that
lined
you
up
can do.
offsides.
Yeah.
D Ford,
Not even
linebacker,
close
lines
to
up offsides, negates the interception. And you know what? I've seen that before. And you know what? I'm like, both these games have ended in the most Brownsiest of Browns ways, and I'm not phased.
Well,
I'm not phased by it.
Kansas City did fire their defense coordinator.
Because the guy lined up offsides.
No, because he gave up 571 yards, and they were ranked 31st, 27th, and 30th overall.
They were
Their
ranked. They
defense
were the
for the
second
season really
worst
weren't that
defense
good.
in the league. Only the Bengals were behind them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
I'm just going to say what irked me was cheering against the Patriots in that game, listening to third and long 3 things in a row where what's his name? Romo said exactly what
Yes.
the play was going to be. He's like, "Oh, Gronk isn't lined up outside; he's on the line, so this is going to be up the middle to Edelman." Boom.
They need to get
That's
some,
third and long.
They need to get somebody outside. They need to line up Gronk outside. Okay, Gronk's lined up outside. So if this safety doesn't double team, if they double teams him, they'll go in the middle. But if it's one-on-one coverage, going to Gronk, 40 yards to Gronk.
Oh, yeah.
Romo-
But it is pretty awesome.
Romo
I mean,
is amazing.
He's going to get a
I am
paycheck.
shocked.
He's going to get a big paycheck out of this.
But yeah, he called every third down on that drive, and
Oh yeah, even before they scored the touchdown, he's like, "Okay, you're going to see play action here, but they already did the run, so you're actually
They
you
did
already
the
seen the
pass.
play action for the pass.
So you're going to see the run.
You're going to see the run now, and boom, they did.
And
it.
he's entertaining.
Yeah.
I like him in it.
Did you
He's
see?
no Jason Witten.
Did you see? You see Bryce Harper tweeted out after the game? He said, "Yes, Tony Romo just called me to tell me where I'm going to be playing next year."
that's a good one.
That's awesome.
He hasn't signed, has he?
No,
Yeah, but here's the great thing to think about.
it's the
right?
it's the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But
That's what
here's-
Romo predicted.
Here's the thing about Romo, right? Here's a great thing, and he's probably got the cushiest job in the gig, being to sit there and watch this game. I wouldn't pick him as my offensive coordinator. I would pick him as my defensive
Yes.
coordinator.
Yes,
Don't you think?
he can.
Oh
read it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that'd be awesome.
But selfishly, I hope he never goes that route because I just want to listen to him.
Yeah, he's
I would.
pretty-
I like Jim Nance enough that I like those two together. I like them. Unfortunately, I don't think they're doing the Super Bowl, are they? Or is that Fox?
Whoever had the night game.
Oh, no, it's
yeah,
CBS.
it's CBS. Because they were advertising during
Yeah.
the night game that's where the
Yeah.
Super Bowl was.
But there was the moment you were watching the Saints game, right? Did you guys watch the
Yeah.
whole Saints?
Yeah.
There was a moment where Mike Thomas's ass was getting exposed,
Yes.
and they cut to this weird camera outside of Silverdome or something like, and then back, and you see Mike Thomas like laughing, and they got the camera. And I just turned to my wife. I said, "They just cut Mike Thomas's ass out." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" So I got the DirecTV. Watch this. And we go back. They go to the tackle and he's stretching. And it looks like they start to pull his pants down, and it was like, boom. And she's like, "No, that was a glitch. I have no idea what you're talking." I'm like, "No, they smartly covered up Mike Thomas's ass." And sure enough, I'm vilified today. There's an article talking about how
Vilified?
great. Yes, vindicated. Sorry,
Vindicated.
not vilified.
Thank
He's
you.
gone to the Jason Brigger
There's
School
an
of
article-
Talk.
Yeah, there's an article out there today talking about how a quick-thinking Fox TV producer switched cameras so you didn't get exposed to Mike Thomas's butt and balls. And I'm like, I called it.
You know, going into the show tonight, I never thought we were talking about Mike Thomas's butts and balls.
But yeah, that was pretty
Red
funny.
pandas, I could see because they're adorable.
Yes, exactly.
Let's
No,
wrap this up because we're like even hit news of the
holy
geek.
shit.
We
I'm
gotta
sorry.
hurry. Here
my
we go.
gosh. And my apologies.
Did we
to-
answer the question?
Let's go
what
straight
was
to
the
Professor.
question?
I don't know. Let's go to Professor number one. Go
All
straight to
right.
Professor number one.
Well, real quick. Well, Des Hassing, we'll get to yours next week. Scary Thoughts to Scary Thoughts 2 says, do the cost per issue of comics actually have a ceiling? Real quick.
$1.50 for me. $1.99. I know that they're doing better paper, and I get that it's expensive, but that's why I think it's going more towards digital, which I don't like.
Yeah, it's going towards digital, and unfortunately, you pay the same for a digital copy as you do a paper copy.
Yeah, I never understood that.
No, I didn't understand that either.
$2.99 was pretty much the most. The $3.99 is rough.
$3.99's got to be like a double episode if you're.
Yeah, and when
paying
I'm
for
done
that.
in like 15 minutes, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, did I get $3 worth of enjoyment out of that?
Correct. So I'm going to say $2.99 is
said.
most.
All right.
But
good.
does it have a ceiling? Yes. Now, granted, the ceiling will go up as inflation goes up.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, that was good. Scary Thoughts at Scary Thoughts 2.
That is Canadian of the Year, Scott.
Okay. Well, I'll read that one for him because he's on time with that one this
Yes,
week.
he is.
All right. Professor number one and Doctor number one says, since they can't beat Clemson, Ken was asked how bad. What?
Can we ask? Intern Hackney!
You put it in front of me. That's the way I'm going to read it.
That's what she said.
Ken was asked how. Can we ask how bad would Alabama in football be if they were in the ACC? Well, since they wouldn't have to play 3 Division II teams.
They probably would do that
like all
anyway.
SEC.
They would.
They probably wouldn't have as good of a team because the ACC might crack down a little bit on how much they're paying players.
Allegedly.
Ooh, yeah, let me see.
No, they-
Allegedly.
They would be as good as they are now, except lose to when they play Clemson. I mean, that just means they play
Who
Clemson
else is in the ACC?
every other year. Or something.
Virginia Tech, Miami, Duke, North Carolina.
They would lose to Duke.
South
Florida
Carolina,
State.
Florida State.
They
Florida
lose to
State.
Boston College.
No, Maryland left.
I
Is
think
that
the
where
AC
Pittsburgh went?
Pittsburgh, yeah.
And I think the ACC does do like home and home games. Alabama won't do home and home games. They'll only do home. No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah,
Oh, and Notre Dame's in the ACC. Oh, not in football.
not in football.
Oh, yeah.
How'd they do in the
Never mind.
playoffs?
Got waxed.
Oh, yeah, that was great. Fuck
By
you, Branco.
Clemson.
Exactly the way I thought it would
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were frauds.
So that was the ACC championship game.
Oh, okay.
There is your listener feedback. We got some face-off this week.
Tiny surgery. I'd like to take his face off. Yes.
Face-off. I want to take your face.
They just said that. We didn't need you
I
to
know.
repeat
I'm
it.
Nicolas Cage.
You suck.
No, you're not. You're Jason.
What
Nicolas
is face-off,
Coppola.
Jeff?
Face-off is when you give us a faction or 2 or 3 or 4 and have them fight. We pick who would win in a fight amongst the factions given to us.
And this is from Dev. This is face-off. Eddie from Iron Maiden versus Vic Rattlehead from Megadeth versus Snaggletooth from Racers? Wacky Racers?
Motorhead.
Oh, my bad. Versus Eddie the Eagle per Heno. So, who would win in a match?
Eddie, Iron Maiden's mascot.
I'd go with the real person.
I wouldn't. He would die.
Who's the real person?
Eddie the Eagle.
Oh, yes. Okay,
from the
sorry.
Olympics.
Yeah, that is Eddie the Eagle Edwards, by the way. And my dad swears we must be related.
All right. You could be.
You know, of all the crazy shit you said, I kind of believe that.
Well, since the other ones are fictional characters, I'm going with the real person.
Well, I'm going with the fictional character who is controlling the devil and has beaten death.
Who's that?
Eddie.
Oh, okay. I'm going with Vic Rattlehead because he sounds like a snake.
You don't even know what he looks like.
He's a snake, right?
No.
He's he's a Vic.
No, he's a ripoff, an American ripoff of Eddie from Iron Maiden.
What's Eddie look like?
A zombie.
Mummy?
Mummy, yeah.
You really don't know?
What about Snaggletooth?
that? I'm not positive on.
Okay,
Fuck at that.
I'm going with that Snaggletooth.
But
That-
Jeff,
that's
you always
Snagglepuss.
you
sorry.
always go with the person who's real. Always
Yeah,
wins.
But Eddie from Iron Maiden is cooler. So, I mean, you can't get any cooler.
So you're going Eddie. Jim, who you going with?
Eddie the Eagle, because he's a real person.
Blake?
Yes. But what about Eddie Munster? How come he's not on this list?
Are you picking
He's taking
Eddie?
Eddie Munster.
Are you picking Eddie Munster?
Yeah, he's a real person.
Okay, I'm going Eddie Munster. So Eddie Munster wins.
Butch
This
Patrick?
makes- Yes. Wait a minute, Blake.
You're welcome.
In a close second, Snagglepuss. So I'm glad that for that question. That was a really good face-off. Good job, Eddie Munster.
That was really good.
Congratulations, Butch Patrick.
That worked as well as Boardroom.
All right.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve,
And I'm Izzy.
and this is Everything I Learned from Movies. And tonight, like every night, we bring you questionable movies and pass the lessons that we've learned on to you, as well as we go over some great beer and funny third thing.
Yes, we're excellent beer reviewers, and as BJCP certified beer judges, we sort of know what we're talking about in regards to that. The movies?
So if you want to hear us talk about odd movies and Izzy talking about BJing,
Woo!
listen to us at eilfm.podbean.com. That's everything I learned from movies.podbean.com.
Hey, honey, are you ready to pop that top? Woo! My top!
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Thank you, Jeff. You're such a good voice.
And I said the right words this week.
Good for you. It only took 264 episodes. You got it right. News of the Geek. Well, we got some weird ones this week. In a new case study, Irish doctors... where's my haggis?
That's Scottish.
Whatever.
Where's my Lucky Charms?
America. Report the baffling case of a 33-year-old man who injected his own semen intravenously for a year and a half. A self-developed cure intended to treat his chronic back pain.
This is the story we've been teasing.
It does not appear to have worked.
What?
I am shocked that it didn't work. After reportedly injecting semen into his arm every month for 18 months, the man finally sought medical attention, but not for his arm. The patient instead complained of severe sudden onset lower back pain, having lifted a heavy steel object 3 days beforehand. During his checkup, the doctor found a patch of red swelling on his right forearm, after which the man admitted he's been injecting himself with his own semen using a hypodermic needle he purchased online. First off, the semen is the third worst thing about that sentence.
It is?
What's the first two?
I'm pretty sure the semen is the worst part about that.
Injecting himself.
People do that all the time. They're called diabetics.
Needle he
Or drug
purchased
addicts.
online.
They're called diabetics.
I get it, but it still freaks me out because I hate needles. This time,
That's you.
Yes.
I want to know how that conversation goes down. So what's that on your arm? Nothing.
That's the needle mark
It's a
from where I'm injecting myself
What would the
What are
doctor
you
like?
injecting yourself? Are you diabetic?
with my own semen.
Do you think the doctor asked everyone else in the office to come in? Come on. Okay, tell them what you told me, sir.
Say, do you play for Team Daffabet?
This time he had injected 3 doses of semen, because 1 didn't work, I guess 3 will, entering both his blood vessels and his muscles. This is the first...
So that's not intravenously. If you go into your muscles, that's not intravenously.
Correct.
Well, he has no idea what he's jamming it into.
Yeah,
What he's trying to
he's-
do is subcutaneously. That's where you lift your skin up and slide the needle in, and you're injecting in between your skin and your
Well,
muscle.
he has no idea what he just.
But he's trying to do intravenously, like he's like shooting
taking
smack
it,
or
jamming it
something.
into his arm, and just let it go,
Yes.
not knowing what he hit.
But how's that help your back?
I don't know.
Why is he
I
shoving
didn't
it in
try
his
it.
back?
the man known as Jim Now, first this is the first reported case of semen injection for use as a
Hold on
medical
second.
treatment.
This is only the first documented case.
Correct.
Only the first
Doctors at
documented.
Adelaide and Meath Hospital in Ireland wrote in the case study.
Adelaide and Meath.
The case study.
Seemingly
The case study is titled "Seemingly Harmless Back Pain: An Unusual Presentation of a Subcutaneous
Abscess. A subcutaneous amicus.
Published
in the Irish. Well, it's the Irish Medical Journal. Come on. I can't find my potatoes. We're all gonna die.
I'm glad you amuse yourself.
No one else does.
That wasn't funny.
Shut up. Anyways, the swollen region grew and hardened around the area on his arm.
Hardened.
Where he injected his semen, and an x-ray revealed an area of trapped air beneath the man's skin. So he obviously doesn't even know how to inject himself properly.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what
that was our whole point.
The doctors immediately hospitalized the patient, treating him with an intravenous antimicrobial.
Yes.
Antimicrobial.
Look at that. Therapy. After the patient's back improved, he discharged himself. He discharged.
Oh, my back doesn't hurt anymore.
Discharge.
Who cares if my arms still are full of...
Unfortunately, they had to amputate his arm.
Was the guy confusing spermatozoa as nanobots?
Oh, there is a report.
Yeah, no, maybe he was.
There is a report on the effects of subcutaneous semen injection into rats and rabbits.
Semen injection.
Into rats and rabbits. There was
Who's
no cases.
interjecting semen into rats and rabbits?
Well, this guy named Jim Now.
God damn it! They told me they were going to use my name.
There were no cases of intravenous semen injection into humans found across the literature.
Thank goodness.
I found one case.
I want to know, is this a government-sponsored report?
By Canada.
Research?
A search of more eclectic internet sites.
Eclectic.
Whatever. And forums.
Forums.
And
Did he say
forearms.
Found no
Forums.
other documentation of semen injection for back pain or other uses.
or other uses.
They didn't check Tumblr. Attempts at intravenous and arterial injection of harmful substances such as mercury, gasoline, charcoal, lighter fluid, hydrochloric acid, and hydrocarbon are well described and generally carried out in attempted suicide, as opposed to the case detailed above, in which the patient was aiming to relieve physical discomfort.
By hopefully killing himself?
Oh my God, that's some powerful semen. The authors offered a warning. Really?
Thank goodness there's a warning.
It's dangerous for the untrained to perform intravenous injections on themselves.
Especially sperm.
Especially, they didn't put that. Especially when
Especially when they're injecting things they aren't supposed to.
This isn't the first time we've seen something like this. Perhaps this case reminds you of Aaron Trawick, the deceased biohacker who once gave himself an unregulated herpes treatment in front of a crowd.
Is that why he's deceased?
I don't know.
What about hot beef injections?
I don't even know what
You
to
can
say.
give those all you want, Blake.
I don't even know what to say about this.
There is nothing to say about this.
I don't even know, like, where in your mind do you think, you know what, my back really hurts? Well, my semen can impregnate a woman. I guess it could probably fix my back.
Nanobots.
My
small
guess
little
is he's not completely sane.
You think?
I think that he thinks that semen is where you get stem cells from.
Oh, why are we not funding this?
That's right.
So, best of luck to this unknown man, Jim Now. We hope he gets better.
My back feels great.
I still want to know what government
Sample.
is funding subcutaneous semen injections into rats and rabbits. Is that where my tax money's going? Is that why we can't build a wall?
That's why the wall didn't get passed. The Democrats said, I don't think we're going to inject semen
we
into rats.
need this money.
We need this money to inject semen into rats.
Subcutaneously.
Ocasio-Cortez said if we don't do this treatment, the world's going to end in 12 years. Therefore, you have to pass my Green Deal.
Moving on, news of the weird 2.
Don't fact check that.
We're right till proven wrong. News of the Weird 2, Etsy has become the new go-to place for custom sex toys. And Glow F Yourself, based in Portland, Oregon,
I
is
like
one
that
of
name, by the way. That
I
was
did
pretty
too.
good.
Is one of the leading developers of this niche market. Some of their products include a Sheriff Star fidget spinner butt plug.
What?
I can picture that. I mean, no.
Stainless steel old western anal toy. It's just really rusty.
Stainless steel old western anal. What is that?
Don't know. A Hanukkah-themed anal dreidel butt plug. Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Why is it brown?
How do you spin that?
And a finger football butt plug in the shape of a goalpost. Okay, so when I was looking at this article, because somebody on this crew
Because he's
sent
looking
it to us.
buy. He's looking to purchase. Oh, wait, hold on.
No. Somebody put this on our message board here.
I saw the...
And I saw the football butt plug, and I never want to see that again.
Oh, no, I didn't see the football one. I see what you're going to talk about next.
Now they have started
Which
taking...
is why you wanted to bring this to our attention.
Yes. Now they have started taking pre-orders. Blake's already on one. For a D20 Torque-O-Matic booty dice butt plug.
D20 is a 20-sided die for those who don't
Dungeons
play.
and Dragons.
Yeah.
The design has an actual D20 dice attached.
Actually, that should be die. Dice is plural. There's
Correct.
only one in there.
Damn it, Hackney!
No, apparently people are saying dice is... You can use that singularly, and I don't know why
No.
anyone thinks they can.
Who says that?
Stupid people who don't know the difference between singular and plural.
Like specific people.
Is there a subculture
I'll
of
tell you
that?
off air.
Okay.
Is there a subculture of this?
There's enough that it irks me.
Okay. Is there a forum online of...
There's a forearm online of it.
Speaking of die and forums,
Yes, forum.
this reminds me of the famous quote from Julius Caesar, which I never understood until like this past year.
Ow, my back hurts.
Julius takes his army into Italy when he's not supposed to, and he says, the die has been cast.
Yes.
I was sort of going, what is he making? What statue is he making? No, he's talking about throwing the dice. and
Yes.
Gambling.
Oh, you thought like
I thought he was
casting a die that you used to make.
or iron statue.
Because you're special.
Oh no!
You
like
just- you
like
just
a
now
tool
realize
die.
what it
thing.
is?
Yeah, Caesar was actually throwing two 20-sided die for a critical hit and confirmation of.
He rolled a 4.
Well, and honestly,
Well, apparently it was critical. He won.
honestly, it could mean the same thing if you're saying like a tool and die thing or something.
Yeah,
like
the die's been
you're
cast like
casting
he
the
was-
die,
like
so
he
that
was-
means there's no going back
Yes.
because we already made the cast.
Yeah,
So it does make sense that it
Yeah,
means
like
the same thing.
iron forging or something. I didn't know he was talking about throwing a pair of 6-sided dice.
Just one because he said the die,
Oh, yeah, that's right. The die has been cast.
not the dice.
20-sided die.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Jason,
So, also, this place is also doing a Game of Thrones sex themed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, just to let you know, go F yourself on Etsy, probably on Tumblr.
They might be our sponsor next week.
This week's episode of News of the Geek sponsored by Go F Yourself.
Cha-ching!
When you need a sheriff's badge in your ass.
no, read.
I still don't understand a fidget spinner in your ass.
No, read the
Once it's in
20-sided
there-
die. You didn't.
Oh, there's more to
Per
it.
the description,
Oh, sorry. Go
roll
ahead,
the
Jim.
dice, slay the dragon, and fool yourself with adventure. Fool?
It should probably be Phil.
ULL.
Shake
Feel
them
yourself.
dice, but watch yourself. Show me what you're working with these brand new D20 booty dice. The title DM has never been more accurate or confusing. Turn the tables, twerk the dice, and win at butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
You're sure to power level with these babies up in your guts. Go ahead and add a +2 to all rolls. Increase your dexterity. Really confuse your roommates.
Who's walking around with these in their butts with their roommates?
But the plug.
Sit down, Jim.
9. Out 17.
We were going to play Dungeons and Dragons, but we forgot our die. Ah, got one.
Hold on a
Let me
second.
just pull down my pants.
What if you had a picture of this thing, and it looks
no,
like
no,
you have the
yes.
little pop
Look
bubble,
at Pop-O-Matic
from
bubble is
from
what it
Trouble,
looked like.
Double Trouble
Yeah.
or whatever. That's what it looks like, except you twerk the little
Come on, Blake.
snow globe
Uh-huh.
with a D20 in it.
It's like this.
Yes.
Thanks,
you.
Jim.
Demonstration, Jim. But you know what? You could tell this description was written by somebody who's only been told about how
Yes.
role-playing games are played. Is it because obviously what they should have said was pass your concentration check
Oh, I'm good.
with your twerk feet. Make sure
I'm so waiting for the Fisto sex toy
make
to come
the
out.
Constitution save.
Okay, so let's get some less. I don't even know anymore. Finally, the last story of the week. Per Uproxx. Uproxx?
Up rocks.
Okay. Uproxx. Anyways, since Disney acquired Muppet Studios in the mid-2000s, the Mouse House has made 2 successful Muppet movies, The Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted.
I thought they made one successful and another.
I never saw Most Wanted.
Neither have I.
Didn't really. I liked the first one. I really had no desire to see Most Wanted. And one failed Muppet TV show that lasted 1 season, which actually was a lot better than the.
Yeah, it all depends on how you measure success or failure.
I love that show.
I thought it was
It was a
good to
quality
point.
show. It just didn't attract viewers.
Yeah, I don't think Frank Oz liked it.
The good news is that they're going to make a new one on the Disney Plus network, so that's nice. If you get Disney Plus. Let's see here.
Great, so you can pay for it.
When Frank, we all pay for stuff. Semen injections. When Frank Oz, one of the original Muppet performers, Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, how would Fozzie sound?
Waka waka waka.
Perfect.
Animal? That was Kathy from the comic strip.
No, that's Ack.
Sorry. Listen, honey. Was asked what he thought of the Muppets in the Disney era. Frank Oz did not hold back. Quote, I've said little about the Muppets under Disney. Did anyone ask you?
They just did.
Well, before this, though.
All right, here comes the
that's
grumpy
why-
old man.
I wanted to get... First he said, get off my lawn. And then he goes, I wanted to give them time to work with the key performers to understand the heart of each character. And I didn't want to sound like sour grapes. Too late. But I joined Jim when I was 19. I'm 74 now. It's time. Oh, he just dropped the mic on this.
Surprised he tweeted this.
Yeah, he tweeted this.
His
Actually-
handlers tweeted.
Yeah. I was going to say, actually, his grandson tweeted this for him.
This comes after a follower wished that the Muppets would survive the Disney Hollywood Studio Park makeover, referring to Muppet Vision 3D. And Oz wrote, so far the writers Disney has employed don't know how to write for the Muppets. I imagine their hubris makes them believe they can, but the characters need writing that has depth and honesty. He added, a version of the Muppets will survive, but they won't be true.
Can I just say, you can substitute him with me and everything about the Muppets replaced with The Last Jedi. And that is my rant, word for word.
He also voiced his displeasure at how Kermit...
At least he knows how to use Twitter.
All right, I'm going to have to get my stepdaughters to tweet for me.
I feel like Blake just is like Creed from The Office. He's just typing into a Word document. I'm on Twitter, right? Creedfacts.gov.org.
Can I have a
Blogspot.
picture? I want to put it up on my wall. That's not how this works.
He also is mad at how Kermit is currently depicted. They didn't have a clue about who Kermit really is.
He's a felt puppet.
And the importance of the key Muppet performers. When Disney does not want their involvement, the characters become superficial and dishonest and made of felt. Disney has apparently never reached out to Oz. I wonder why. But I would work with them if the script was worthwhile and under certain conditions. Mr. Oz, Disney is not really caring what your thoughts are, and they're not going to reach out to you. One of the conditions is that the key performers have the final approval on what their characters will say and do, which means I will never be asked.
But have they reached out to him and see if he can use the voice for Yoda?
Oh, I never thought of that. Never thought of that. So let's just say Frank Oz would not be working with Disney soon?
No,
He just did the voice of Yoda in
For the Muppets. Sorry.
You know, when we were on break, I'm surprised we didn't talk about on break where we missed the opportunity when the Sesame Street had the F-bomb dropped on it.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't hear that?
Nope.
Oh, it's an F-bomb drop.
I would have heard it, but we were on break, so.
Oh, okay. Well, we can talk about it next week.
Well, there's your News of the Geek.
In a world of heroes, villains, 6 British actors will come together to play Pathfinder. It's sort of like D&D, but also really not like D&D. Join Falter.
I immediately regret this decision.
Caragor.
Oh, I see you, Kenneth.
Velda.
Behold my arcane powers.
Shania.
Yes, I've cracked the case.
M.
Now kill him.
And the Dungeon Master, for an actual play podcast that takes adventure seriously. Available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and from DangerClubPodcast.com. Danger Club, let's roll.
God, doing that voice hurts.
Jeff, what are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Jim, what are you doing September 20th through the 22nd?
I'm going to the Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Blake, enjoy Greenland. Anyway,
let me check my calendar.
Okay. Anyways, yes, Cincinnati Comic Expo at the Duke Energy Convention Center, September 20th through the 22nd. Hobie will be there. We'll be playing trivia. We got some good prizes this year. No Skylanders, except for a few.
Well, we got the leftover Skylanders from last year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we have lots of trivia.
So get them right, because Skylanders are going to be in the Nicolas Cage bag of suck.
Yes, they will be. They have not announced any celebrities yet, but they are coming.
Hobie.
Except for Hobie, that's true. But
We're announcing ourselves.
They are coming in the next few weeks, months. Anyways, tickets go on sale usually in February, I think, is when they start doing it. February,
Probably.
March.
Well, we'll let you know when they go on sale, because they have a great deal usually for
VIP
early bird ticket buyers.
Number one fan Doug gets them. So, September 20th through 22nd of this year, check their Facebook page out at the Cincinnati Comic Expo, or just follow us on the History of Bad Ideas on Facebook, and we'll give you the links to it as well. So, we will see you there.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. Well, we did not cover this last week, so I have to throw this in here, because we're talking about our bombs, and I cannot not keep... I don't know what I'm saying, but I got to talk about how terrible Replicas has been.
Oh, it did not do well.
Opened last week. Mm-hmm. The new film, starring Keanu Reeves, made $2.5 million in its opening weekend, and failed to break in the top 10.
It was number 13 last week.
And
what is it this week, Jeff?
I have no clue.
Replicas, it was 22nd this week.
It fell to 22nd in its second week. This is a major opening Keanu Reeves movie.
How much is it total right now?
You tell me.
Oh, okay, I have that info. It made $541,000 this week. We are at...
So it's just over $3 million?
Well, this weekend, sorry. It's now at 3.7 total.
Oh.
I will try to get you the budget for that, but I believe
that's a third of Keanu Reeves' salary at least, yeah.
It is not doing well.
No.
It is a $30 million budget. It's made 1/10 of its budget back. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign.
We'll keep that in mind for
end of the year Hobie?
End of the year Floppy Award.
So what else we got here?
Opening this week, Glass made $40.5 million in its opening week on its $20 million budget. So M. Night Shyamalan at least has some money.
Even with all the pans it's been getting from reviews.
As in reviews saying this will be the death of M. Night Shyamalan's career?
Yes.
Yeah. And might I take note, when I first got the news, I was reading about, $40.5 million, well below anticipated numbers. There was a Arctic winter snowmageddon in half the country.
Yeah.
It still did pretty well.
50 million people were impacted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Like a tooth?
Impacted?
Impacted.
We were impacted by
it's like
the
a
weather.
deep impact. You know what, Jim? You sit here. You know what? Inject yourself with semen again. Yeah.
My back feels great.
Just don't borrow Jason's butt plug.
But then he can roll the dice.
Jason has a star on it. Sheriff star.
Let me just say this now. If you show up at our next D&D session and you can't sit down, I'm going to be really worried.
I'll be honest,
Okay?
this might be the first D&D session I'm going to.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, number 2 this week
I'm Sheriff Woody.
is The Upside, making $16 million, a total of $43 million on a $37.5 million budget.
Okay.
Number 3, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Never heard of it. Made $10 million, a total of $21 million on an $8.5 million budget.
So Dragon Ball Super, it's I guess the Dragon Ball Z guys.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's...
It was made, this movie was made like 8 years ago.
So
And it's finally coming to America, and they were expecting it to make like, I don't know, $500,000, and it made $10 million this weekend. And they said they were shocked by this, the studio. So good for them. Good for them.
They don't realize how popular Dragon Ball Z...
I guess not.
Whatever Dragon Balls are, they have. They don't realize how popular their Dragon Balls are.
How would you... do you cup the Dragon Balls?
Probably.
Okay, just asking.
Cradle a little.
Very carefully.
Put them in a nice velvet sack.
Okay.
I let mine just hang free.
Oh, you don't treat your Dragon Balls right at all.
Oh, they got to breathe.
Rub some gold on them.
Coming in 4 this week, Aquaman. Aquaman made $10 million, a total of $304.5 million on a $75 million budget. And in 5th place, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the Oscar-nominated film, made $7 million, a total of $158 million on a $90 million budget.
This movie should be up for Best Picture, not just best animated.
Well,
It's not.
It's not.
It's going to win.
Best animated? It should.
I don't know. I've only seen 2 of the nominees, but
I'm glad that it's making some more money because it should be making a lot more money than 158 million. But that's okay. That's okay. I want to see more of these.
yes, I would like to see more also.
What else we got?
Upcoming January 25th, 2019, we have The Kid Who Would Be King.
A band of kids embark on an epic quest to thwart a medieval menace. That's it.
It's pretty much a updated version of The Sword and the Stone.
It looks bad.
I thought it looked fun. I'm not going to go pay see it in the theater or anything, but if I'm flipping through HBO and it's on, I might watch it.
Okay.
And also, Serenity again. They're re-releasing this,
Re-releasing it, I guess.
or there's
With a new cast.
or it's a completely different movie with.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, is that who's in it?
Yes. The mysterious past of a fishing boat captain comes back to haunt him when his ex-wife tracks him down with a desperate plea for help, ensnaring his life in a new reality that may may not be all that it seems.
This trout is stalking me. Please go get him.
I think they probably released Cthulhu.
I would pay to see that.
But Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Diane Lane, Demon Hansu, Jason Clarke.
We haven't had a good fishing movie for a while, so that's good.
Is there a montage where he's playing pool at a party that he's hosting and he decides he's got to go drive his Lincoln?
Probably.
Leave the party.
What's time like?
The ocean is a flat circle.
Is everything a flat circle to you?
Time.
Even the super blood wolf moon?
Hey, that was pretty cool. Did
That
you
was
see that?
pretty cool.
That was cool.
I didn't see it because it was cloudy out.
Last night?
No, it was clear.
It was last night? I thought it was
2
Sunday
nights ago.
night.
Two nights ago.
It was perfectly clear.
It was.
Then I looked a night too early.
Where you have to move
smoking?
you have to move your blinds out of the way.
I looked out the window and didn't see anything.
That was a mirror, Jeff.
Open the blinds, Jeff. Oh. Oh.
Everything looks foggy. Those are shears. Move those out of the way too.
Well, then I did not see the super blood
Did
wolf
you
moon.
open
It was
your
actually
eyes?
pretty cool.
And even the one last night was pretty impressive, too.
Impressive.
Impressive.
Most impressive. Yeah, that's what's upcoming. Buy or sell. We currently have the stock of Bruce Willis at $32.06. In comparison, Bryan Cranston's at $35.53. Would you buy or sell Bruce Willis stock?
Sell.
So,
I'm going to buy.
I think that's
Because
low.
I think he's pretty low at the moment.
I think that's
he'll
low
go
enough,
back
and
up.
he's going to have something coming up before his
No more
career's
Glass
done.
movies. He's done with this universe, is what M. Night said.
That's fine. He'll do another Die Hard sometime.
I'll do something. Or here's kind of interesting. I saw an article about does Bruce Willis not get enough as respect that he should as an actor?
No, he's
No,
fine.
he gets what he deserves.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's been in a lot of good movies, and he does play a lot of good roles.
He's
though.
been in a handful of good movies and plays a lot of roles.
Top 5 Bruce Willis films next week.
Okay.
Die Hard 1, Die Hard 2, Looper,
I don't even think I have Die Hard 2. Die Hard with
Hawk.
a Vengeance is better than Die Hard 2.
Hudson Hawk.
The Last Boy Scout.
There you go. we just did our top 5.
Speaking of
Fiction.
Die
You
Hard
forgot
with a
Pulp
Vengeance, Samuel L. Jackson, $115.87.
Yeah, compare that to Hugh Jackman. Jackson and Jackman. Ooh, that sounds like a bad law firm.
Hackney, well done.
Yeah, wow. And Hugh Jackman at 115.79. Sam Jackson at 115.87.
I will sell Hugh Jackson.
I will sell Hugh Jackson too.
I will sell Hugh Jackson.
And I saw an article. I know this is weird for you guys to actually see articles, but that James McAvoy loves sitting in interviews with Samuel L. Jackson because I guess Samuel L. Jackson has a habit of calling out bad reporters.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he does.
McAvoy's like, he loves doing interviews with Jackson because of that.
Oh God, the time I think it was even a guy out of L.A. asked him about I can't
The
remember.
commercial.
A commercial about like for something I can't even remember what it was, but it was something a Lawrence Fishburne commercial.
Yeah.
And Sam Jackson was like, "Do you think I'm Lawrence Fishburne?" Like, and he's like, "Oh no!" It's like we don't all look alike, and he's like berating this reporter's trying to ask.
I will
another
put this up
question.
on our website because it is hilarious. It was from about 5-6 years ago. And, Samuel L. Jackson. And he's like, "Are you the entertainment reporter?" Apparently.
Actually, Jason should be buying Hugh Jackson because he's interviewing to be the offensive coordinator with your Arizona Cardinals.
I know he is. And Marvin Lewis was interviewing for the defensive coordinator position.
That would be cool.
No.
I think that would be
No, they already
great.
decided on
Arizona,
that.
you
The
can have
defensive
him.
coordinator already got
Did they get him?
somebody for- Yeah, it wasn't Marvin. Marvin hasn't really won't have a job.
That was the rumor is that they were looking at.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. Hugh
At
Jackson.
115 for Sam Jackson. That's kind of high, but I think that's buyable.
I'm
Still.
selling.
I think it's Bible because there's
'Cause-
still
'cause-
going to be some.
Because he does shit all the time. He's going to be in the new Spider-Man,
film.
apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back to buying.
Even though he's dead in
Just
that universe.
vanished.
So Spider-Man.
I know. And James McAvoy
Hey,
at
wasn't that that
104
one
and a
guy?
quarter.
Electro? You talking about Electro?
Comparison to Sebastian Stan at 112.93. That's a little high for Sebastian Stan, considering all he's got is the Marvel movies.
Bucky.
Yeah, without Bucky.
I'll buy James McAvoy.
You just like because he's Professor X.
Ugh, no, those movies are horrible.
I think James McAvoy is a great actor. 104 might be a little high.
I think
but
104 is a little too high. I will.
He's got Dark Phoenix coming out.
yeah, I think I'll wait till after Dark Phoenix. When that flops, then I'll buy James McAvoy.
Did you see New Mutants? They might be just moving it to Hulu. The movie.
I don't have Hulu. It was on my most wanted to see list because there wasn't a whole lot next
Yes.
year, and now it's a Hulu movie, and I can't even see it then.
But just steal Jason's password.
Yeah.
I don't have
Jason
Hulu.
doesn't have Hulu either.
Oh, find somebody who has Hulu and steal their password.
So if anybody wants to accidentally drop their password, you can send me a private message at HobiePod on Twitter.
Because everyone carries their Hulu password
hold
around in
on.
their wallet.
Or send it into listener feedback for next week.
And then everybody gets it. You get a Hulu password. You get a Hulu password. You get a red panda.
I sent my Hulu password to Hobie. Now it's been blocked.
I think it's time for top 5. That music means it's time for top 5.
Top 5.
No. Top 5.
From the best episode ever.
Best episode ever.
Oh, I got to get my top 5.
Top 5 this week is top 5 favorite Ted Danson roles, courtesy of number 1 fan Doug. Thank you. If you have a top 5 you want us to do, send it on in. Ted, what do you got?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did Jeff lose yours?
I hope not.
Did you lose it?
No, there it is.
Oh, okay. Blake, what's your number 5?
My number 5?
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Ted Danson role. I think this was probably one of his best early appearances ever.
Okay.
and it's Injured Man on Stretcher. Trapper John M.D., one episode, 1979.
All right. I like it.
That was my number one.
I did not have that on my list.
No.
Jim, what's your number 5?
Minor role is a fallen angel in the Prophecy 2.
I really hope Ted Danson's listening to this.
Danson. What?
Mine is my number 5 is the 1993 Friars roast of Whoopi Goldberg. That was the moment.
Stop! Just stop! Stop!
No, come on. No, seriously. That was the moment where truly we found out that even in satire, you are not allowed to go blackface.
I have John Becker, and Becker has number 5.
Oh, that was my number 3.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
I liked Becker enough. It was enjoyable.
I liked the character of Becker. The show wasn't too good.
Correct.
But I liked how it was, different take from Ted Danson from what we're used to from him.
Correct. What's your number 4, Jeff? Oh, my number 4, I'm sorry, is Harry Wentworth from Creepshow. When Leslie Nielsen is the bad guy and he buries Ted Danson alive. And basically it's Leslie Nielsen as a serial killer.
That's my number 3.
I love that. I
Creep
love
Show.
that. That was my favorite story of the Creepshow movie.
Something to tide you over.
Yep. Number 4, Jeff?
My number 4 is the Smirnoff vodka commercials.
That's my honorable mention.
I think he does a great job in those commercials, and it was good job for. I hope it's Smirnoff. I got the right company here for hiring him.
I just had vodka commercials. Jim, what's number 4?
My number 4 is on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He plays the neighbor, a guy who buys Carl, the neighbor's house.
Does he play himself?
Yes, he plays himself.
Okay. Number 4. Wait a minute. Never mind. Blake, number 4.
Number 4, 2 episodes as Major Collins in 1979's The Amazing Spider-Man.
I did see that. I always put that.
Yeah, that had Hammond, Hammond kid from The Sound of Music.
John Hammond?
Yeah,
He's from The Sound of
Frederick.
Music?
Yeah,
Didn't know
Frederick. Yeah, the Spider-Man.
The
was
guy who
Frederick.
I always thought was Parker Stevenson until about 4 years ago.
Yes.
Wasn't
Yes.
it Parker
Okay.
Stevenson?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought you were being funny. It was Parker, I thought.
No.
Oh, what's your number 3?
Oh, that was Creepshow. That was Henry.
Oh, Jim?
My number 3, it's not really a television role or anything, but he's the owner of Verotic, an adult-oriented comic book company.
Why do I feel like you're picking the wrong Ted Danson?
Oh, Ted Danson?
Yes.
I think Glenn Danzig.
Well, at least it's not side dishes.
Yeah, Glenn Danzig, right?
I think it would be better if Ted Danson was owning an adult comic book. Number 3, Jeff?
Oh, well, my number 3 was Becker, but I'm changing it to Bored to Death.
Okay.
I haven't seen that yet, but I really want to see that show. So, I mean, it's him and like Zach Galifianakis and Jason Schwartzman. So it looks like it should be a good show. So I want it to be
Mr.
good.
Danson, you can email us at hobiepod@gmail for any complaints.
What's their complaints?
Number 3 is
No, he did 2 seasons of Bored to Death.
I know he did. Calm down.
Why would he complain?
I just like that you picked it, even though you've never seen it. Number 3 for me is Arthur Frobisher from Damages, the Glenn Close show.
I haven't seen that one.
He
either.
is evil in it, and very well done.
Oh, he plays evil. Maybe I should watch that. Maybe that'll tie for my number 3.
The series wasn't as good as it went on, but his character was really good in it. Number 2 for me is Sam Malone from Cheers.
What's that show?
Cheers.
About what?
Library.
Okay.
Oh, he's a librarian?
Yes.
A librarian. He lost the R.
He's from Liberia?
Yes.
The R ended up in Warsh. My number 2
I
is
hate you guys.
as DB in CSI. I think he really stabilized CSI after the Lawrence Fishburne era, which wasn't too good. So he came in and
Was that-
stabilized the show and the show itself and the the lab that they work in within the show.
And CSI Cyber.
No, he was good in CSI Cyber. Nobody else was. He also was in an episode of CSI New York and CSI Miami.
How do you keep all those CSI TV shows separate from one another?
Same way you do with the
Chicago
Law and Order.
NCIS.
NCIS.
The Law and Order.
In the Law and Order.
Let's see.
That was my number 2.
Number 2, Jim.
My number 2, Glenn Danzig roles, is, well, a founding member of the Misfits.
That was my number 2. Number 2, Blake.
Do you know what the Misfits are, Jason?
They're a band.
Oh, good. I was about to say, no, they're not Muppets.
Ah.
My number 2 probably is best role that I liked as a cameo. Maitre D in Beastie Boys' Make Some Noise and Fight for Your Right.
Mm-hmm. He was in that.
What's your number 1, Blake?
Number 1 has yet to be made, but when he does it, it'll be number 1. The toupee commercial.
Wow.
Jim, number 1?
My number 1 is Danzig and the Mother 93 song.
The
song Mother from the 90s.
Mother!
Tell your children not to walk this way.
I just
Or something
killed
like
a man.
No.
Number 1, Jeff.
But not as good as his Maitre D appearance in the Beastie Boys video.
My number 1 is Michael in The Good Place.
I figured that was going to be your number 1.
Duh, it's going to be number 1. It's an excellent show, and more people should be watching it.
My number 1 is John Tremont. He was the son in the movie Dad. I really liked that movie. And he did a really good job in it. It showed that he wasn't just a serious comedic actor.
I mean, you didn't
You were wrong, Jim. Glenn Danzig wasn't in Dad. It was Ted Danson.
Oh, my bad.
He asked me on the way over.
You didn't like 3 Men and a Baby?
No.
What about 3 Men and a Little Lady?
My wife did say that her top 5 is 3 Men and a Baby. And she's like, and I'm sure you're all going to make fun of me for that. And I said, well, what about 3 Men and a Little Lady? She goes, no, that sucked. So that was her list. Top 5 listener picks.
You know, he does have probably one of the best toupees in Hollywood.
He does.
And I wanted to say Fargo, the TV show.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
Still put it
That's
on
his
there.
number 3.
It's tied at number 3 for me.
Listener picks from Stork, Episodic Geek. I've seen a combined 30 seconds as I was flipping channels of 3 Men and whatever atrocity he was in with Whoopi Goldberg. Cheers, of course. Maybe 5 minutes of Becker and Gulliver's Travels combined. And as himself on Curb a couple episodes. So that's my list, I guess. Thanks, Besotted. Kevin, as Cincy Explorer, had Pontiac Moon. Number 4, The Good Place. Number 3, Saving Private Ryan. Number 2, Becker. And number 1, Cheers.
No. Cheers, duh.
Ironically,
I don't remember Glenn Danzig in any of these roles.
from Al Norton's From Two TiVos to Paradise. Great Facebook page. He had The Good Place, Cheers, Fargo, Damages, and Laverne and Shirley. He's in one episode, and it's a classic and actually quite sad. Let's see here. From Dr. Number 1, Saving Private Ryan, CSI, The Vodka Commercials, Gulliver's Travels, and The Good Place.
Wow, 3 of mine are the same as Dr. Number 1.
From 143 at Breaker 6696, only one, Sam Malone. And
But which Sam Malone? Because he was also Sam Malone on
Frasier.
And Sam
the
Malone
Tortellinis.
on
Tortellinis.
Tortelli's is what you're
Whatever.
thinking of, but I don't think was it Simpsons?
Yeah.
One of those animated ones.
He was also
played
in
Sam
Family
Malone.
Guy, too, as Sam Malone. Oh, no, he was Ted Danson.
He was Ted Danson in Family Guy.
He made an appearance on Frasier?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I know Frasier's from
Yeah.
He visited.
but I didn't know.
He
I never
made-
saw it.
From Canadian of the Year, Scott. Thanks for being timely this
Did they
year.
ever have Diane on that show?
No.
Yes, they did at least twice.
Really?
The one he did on to Whoopi Goldberg? That doesn't sound right. Number 4, Creep Show. Number 3, CSI. Number 2, Becker. And number 1, Cheers. So,
Thanks for getting in on time.
yeah. Ironically, Doug never put one in, and this was his list.
Well, damn you, Doug.
He's fined.
And bad idea of the week.
You know, he was also in Body Heat.
Doug?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was.
Doug was?
No, Ted Danson.
I got a package for you.
I just didn't remember him from Body Heat, so I couldn't put him on my list.
I didn't see Glenn Danzig in Body Heat.
1021, going over 2 hours.
We're only 3 some minutes over.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so
Addendum.
Titles for the show.
What do you got?
I have A Baby, a Diaper, and a Pickle. Most Cream Ever. You So Big.
Hey, I have that one.
This is something Trump would do. The Oreo You Can't Eat. And Fiona versus Harambe.
Oh, Harambe. What do you got, Jim?
I didn't write anything down.
Good job. Blake?
I actually wrote something down.
What'd you write?
For some reason, I wrote, "How big is that?"
You know what? I put that too.
You know what? I bet our numbers would just skyrocket if we put down something that Trump would do.
Yes, but iTunes may not put us up.
What if we spelled Trump with a small t?
Nope. Not taking that chance.
What if it was Trump?
I got Forearms Online, Hot Takes and Hot Cakes. Why did you say Mary? And how big is that?
Well, if we can't do Trump, I guess we're going, how big is that?
Change approved.
All right.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to Hobie.
Gummy bears. Where do they live? Right down the street. Are they good? I don't know. Eat me.
Yum.